Woo woo.
Boogie Oogie.
Make the transition. All right, we are live. Um, Hello, everyone. Dear viewer at home, we are streaming live tonight on Twitch and YouTube, playing some Cyberpunk Red out of the High
Woo
Shelf
woo.
Gaming crew. Let's see here. Last we left off, you all had stolen a train and then paid a little visit to Ember and her father to wrap some stuff up. And now the family is mostly packed, ready for you all to move on up north. But before they can do that, they have to find where they're going. And that is going to fall to this crew here. So tonight, playing with us, of course, is Katrina playing Spring, Sci-Fi playing Galaxy, Casey playing Vinton, and Mike on Dexy. And we don't really have any big announcements. You know, we're playing a lot of games kind of throughout the week. On Monday night, we're going to be playing Tales from the Loop, run by Katrina.
Yep.
And Wednesday nights, we play Blades in the Dark, run by Mike. So that is exciting. What's going on with Tales from the Loop? What's up next for you guys?
They stole a submarine last game, and they found an underwater base basically that they're going to be infiltrating tomorrow.
There's Russians hiding
Also,
underwater
when I
outside
say
the.
all of that, remember they're kids between the ages of 10 and 15.
This is like Goonies meets like Indiana Jones, but they're Russians instead of Nazis or something. I don't know. I lost my
Uh-huh.
analogy. That's
No,
good.
no, you're on
Fine.
it. Russians showed up in the last one, in
There
the
it is.
last
Thank you.
Indiana Jones.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Russians showed up, so
Thank
you're
you.
good. You're still good.
Thank you. And on Blades in the Dark, we just earned ourselves some new turf.
Yay.
And I think we still managed to unfortunately get somebody killed in the process. We just cannot have a
Yay.
clean op. We can't do it.
Oops.
Right. So those are both gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to those. The tonight though, you all have this task of heading up near Sacramento and finding a new home for the family, or at least the section of the family that's going to come up with you all in search for this big iron train that is late. How do you all want to go north? I imagine you're all still at camp, right? So I've gathered your little images here in Roll20, and you are basically good to go. But you have some options because you like own a train and also big trucks and motorbikes and other ways of getting around. So how do y'all want to tackle this one?
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
When we're talking about moving camp, are is are the heavy hitters moving to Sacramento and the rest of the camp is staying here? Or is the
Yes.
camp itself moving? I just wanted to clarify, like moving to another location near Night City.
Right. Yeah. So the main during the family meeting, it was proposed and accepted that the heavy hitters are moving up near Sacramento,
Mhm.
and all of the like kids and folks that are just kind of running other family functions, they're all staying here in this camp.
In this
And
location,
right in this location.
not moving to another location near Night City.
Correct.
Okay,
There
that's what I wanted to clarify, yeah.
right. And there was also the Bigfoot tribe. They're kind of their people are moving into camp. They're probably most of them are already in camp now. So E is back. So Dexy, your girlfriend, is back. And you know, she's been kind of nursing them to health because after they got hit by petrochem, they have been really in a dire strait. So she went up there to help them out, and she's been assisting with coordinating the move and all of that good stuff. And the majority of them are probably in camp now, except for like one or two that are too critical to really move right now. They want to give them another like couple of days of recovery time before they put them on a car and transport them down because they're like really hurt. They're like in traction in some of these cases. You know, full body cast for some folks and that kind of thing. They were in a bad way when petrochem was done. But yeah, does that answer the question?
Yeah, thank you. Um, how do we want to? So we're scouting. We're not moving the whole group up there right now. This group is scouting.
Yeah, we'll probably
Um,
do that. We may end up doing that off camera, or I don't know. It
okay.
depends on how the scouting goes. Honestly, that we may need to turn that into an actual game. But it's also one of those things that like I'm also okay with us kind of hand waving past that and letting you guys get busy with the objectives that are in the Sacramento area. You know more about it.
I
I
don't
say.
think
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think we should take the train as just a crew that's scouting. I don't.
Yeah, that seems like, waving a big flag like, "Hey, look at us."
Mhm.
That's I'm
Yeah.
not sure at that point. Yeah.
You would be an empty train. No one would think, oh, there's valuables on that train. It's just two engines.
It's a ghost train.
That's right. But yeah, that's fair.
Because that was my name. Thanks.
I say just to blend in better, that we just take my truck and then we load up bikes. That way we ride bikes around in the more off-road areas if we go up into the mountain.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
need.
that sounds good.
So that's what we would do is probably load up my truck with a sea can full of like motorcycles, dirt bikes, and then if we need to, we can park my truck and then use the bikes to go somewhere else.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
So
Yeah.
I did have an idea. Ben would bring this up. I was like, would you guys want to go near the train, or do you want to go to where the yard is in Sacramento, like where the train yard is, Sacramento, like to see if there's a place that maybe we claim as our own there,
I don't
like
think
a
that.
warehouse.
Well, probably not the train yard, but somewhere that looking for a place to do that would be great.
Okay. Let's see. Do we have a map? I need a map.
Yeah, I've still got you guys at camp because I wasn't sure
Okay.
how y'all
Right.
were going up there, but I can pull up the state map and let y'all kind of describe to me where you want to end up on that, if that works for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Pull up.
Also, just are we going up 101 or 1?
Right.
I would like to avoid Petrochem right now.
So yeah, Highway 101 is obviously more inland, and bigger, right? It's a bigger road, and that comes with all of the good and the bad, right? It's a little bit better maintained because there's more people using it, but there's also more people on it because bigger highway. Whereas Highway 1 is this windy thing right along the coast. And let me get the other map quick. This is like the super old map from Cyberpunk 2020.
Mike, I forgot how cool it looks. I just saw your little sprite. I'm like, oh yeah.
Movie all over here. So this is the old school map of Cyberpunk 2020, and kind of describes how Highway 1 goes, and then to the map here real quick. So here's Highway 1 going along mostly along the coast here, and then Highway 5. I think this is
Either that or
but either way, yeah. So the question is, do you all want to move along the coast to San Francisco and then out to Sacramento, or do you want to head inland early and then either be on an interstate or the 101 up to Stockton and then up to Sacramento?
I mean, do we know much about what else is on either of those routes once we get beyond like immediate area? Because
Yeah, it's tough, frankly. So you know that Petrochem has started to claim ownership of Highway 101. and basically what that means is they will kind of treat everybody else as hostile if they're on the highway, and they have a kind of a range. So if you're so close to their vehicles, they would shoot at you, kind of thing. Whereas if you give them a wide berth, they're probably not going to mess with you. Whereas some of these other highways, like Highway 5, are going to be more of a nomad centric highway at this point. You don't really know who is running these roads right now. It's been a little bit since the Midnight Runners had to scout that kind of stuff out, and that's really it's part of your task today, is to see which route is the best route to take, and of course, once you get there, where is the best places to be.
I vote for avoiding Petrochem at all costs because you guys have already done a great job of pissing them off. So,
Spring, it was just we worked for them. They don't
did
know
you
that.
see the guy that came here that was in a full body cast
Yes.
that E brought in? Did you see him?
Not.
Well, to be fair, if you've ever met that
Oh.
guy before, you know he deserved to be in one. But I understand your point.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from with that, Dexy, but I think we should avoid Petrochem while there's still heat around that, and you guys invited people that they just squashed into the camp.
I actually agree with Spring on this one. Plus, my truck might be armored, but I'm really getting tired of it getting shot up. So
I mean, we don't have to invite more trouble than we need.
Ghost gets me. For Galaxy.
I say we
Either way.
run up a little bit on 1 and cut over to 5 and see what we get, because we probably should avoid the bigger cities right now and try to find the easiest path between the camp and back home. Plus, can I roll a local expert, David?
Yes.
I want to see if I know in real life that the train line runs down 5. I want to know if my character.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do we know where the rail line runs?
Yeah, and frankly, y'all don't, unless he gets a decent local expert roll here. So.
I also have a decent local expert, but
Yeah, his is specific to the highways.
oh, mine
because
is
he's from
specific to Night City.
Right. Yep.
Good point. It's not like the local skill in D&D 3.5,
Right, where it's everywhere.
Just no local.
Yeah, I kind of wish that it was a little bit more broad, frankly, because it can very quickly be not useful. And it's frustrating to put points into a skill that is like, man, it's so like I gotta stay in this one spot, otherwise I'm losing all these points. Okay, so local expert. Oh, okay, plus a 9, nice. So yeah, you would recall seeing rail lines along there. You probably don't remember seeing a train on them, but you recall seeing the like 2 or 3 heavy rail lines going along Highway 5.
Okay. So yeah, we probably need to go up 5 and just kind of scout the rail lines, because I remember seeing some heavy freight traffic. I don't remember seeing a train on it when I came down the last time, but there are rail lines that can get us pretty close to the camp coming back home. So
Is
we
that
might
why
want
we
to check
stole a
those out.
train?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
No.
Yeah,
I'll see
we've been
there.
contracted. Galaxy been contracted.
I just
Cover
didn't realize
steel
it
for
was to move the family. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we're not moving the family. We're recovering steel from up north to bring down to the oncology. We've been hired by a family, so.
Oh, okay.
But it's on a train, and where the train broke down, trucks really can't get to. We kind of need to at least get it down off the mountain, so then we can transport it into Night City.
Okay, so we can follow 5 and check out how fucked up the tracks are, I guess.
Yeah. Woo.
And I need to cut this at San Jose was at San Jose. Well, yeah, at San Jose. Oops. At San Jose, the rail would split and head down over to Salinas in the city. So let's get. Well.
No. No.
Dexy,
Where's
you know
the-
anybody in this city?
That's a good question. Yeah. Am I able to leverage anybody who I might know in that area?
In Sacramento?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me your street deal. Just straight street deal plus a D10.
Oh, that's what I didn't open up before starting the game.
Character sheet.
Haha.
Discord, Roll20, Legend Keeper, already in waiting. Character sheet?
All of the things. Right.
Yeah.
All but the thing that tells you how to do the thing.
Yeah. Okay, so Dixie. So just straight street deal, you said?
Yes.
No stat or anything like that?
Just kind of running down your contacts. Okay.
10.
Yeah. So you do know a couple of fixers up in the Sacramento area. It's more like contacts of contacts kind of thing.
Mhm.
But you feel that, in the kind of fixer parlance, you can kind of drop a name just so you can get an intro kind of thing. It's not anybody that you would know, like they don't know you yet, but you know of some folks that you can get meets with and start establishing relationships with and that kind of thing. Get a lay of the land, get some jobs from them, that kind of thing, and all that good stuff. One is called Revo, Revo.
Okay.
Revo is let me lose. I gotta use my new character generator, Legend Keeper, that I'm so proud of that I made and I haven't gotten to use yet.
Generate.
Let's make a character. That places people. PCs. See?
Revo, R-E-V-O?
Revo. And it's a woman. She looks to be of a Native American descent. And yeah, she's blue jeans, long hair type situation. Very casual generally, but yeah, you know of Revo, and she's probably like a job maker, right? So someone who you need a crew, she can get you crews if you want to get a job. She's somebody you can go get jobs from, kind of thing. So she doesn't really move much gear or goods, but she knows what's going on in terms of work.
She deals in contracting and service procurement.
There it is. Exactly. Service procurement. Exactly. And I owe you one more. So let's save Revo there. We'll give Revo a face and all that kind of stuff later. And just so the folks at home can see what I'm doing, here in Legend Keeper, I made a new NPC, and we'll make another one. This one.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose somebody?
Nope. I did
Nope.
the same thing you did. I will delete mine.
Oh. Haha.
I was trying to be helpful.
No, yeah, you're good. So we need another character. Hallbrook, Hal Brook, Hallbrook, and Hallbrook is. Let's generate this one.
That's cool. Wait, is this new?
Boom.
Legend Keeper?
Me using my generator to make characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yes.
it spit out characters. We're talking later. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So I made an NPC maker. Okay, so Holbrook is a man known for wearing miniskirts with long straight hair, and
Nice.
uh, uh, like gloves with little spikes on the knuckles, kind of thing,
Hot.
right?
Mhm.
And looks to be Indonesian. And Holbrook is known as someone who can get you medium to light weaponry. So like long rifles, pistols, that kind of thing. Also knows some people who can make folks disappear. So Holbrook
Sort of
is a scary individual.
Nice.
Or rather works with scary individuals, I'd say.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Oh, yours took over mine.
What happened?
I was in there at the same time you were in Holbrook, and so yours took over mine.
Oh, I'm done editing, so now you can make
Now
edits.
I can edit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, do you want to? I mean, after this I'll show you the generator. But basically, it like picks a gender, picks a thing, right? And then it picks like what they're known for and a general ethnicity.
Are you? Sorry. Are you making the article and then doing the generate?
Yeah, so I make the article and then I do
Okay.
/gen and I select the thing and I paste it.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought it was generating the article.
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, so you know Revo and Holbrook, and you're not really sure if they know much of one another, but you know of both these people, and you can reach out to them without raising too much suspicion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then yeah, when they broke up my family, a couple of my brothers from one of the other sister mothers wound up up there in one of the group homes. So yeah, they've told me a couple names. I know a couple people could go.
Okay. As long as I have some people that we can talk to up there. I'm sorry. Did you say sister mother, Dexy?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my moms. There was
Wait.
8 or 9 moms,
So we're not
depending on which
talking-
time of year it was, and 4 or 5 dads, maybe more.
Did
Oh, I
y'all
can't
the whole
wait
group
to
would
hear
travel from
about
town
this.
to town. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about this in the ride up to Sacramento.
I can tell you about the glory of the Space Lords who are coming to protect us all in the future. Yeah, it'll be great. No, it all ties together. It all makes sense. Don't worry about it. It's great.
We need to get snacks before we hit the road, Vinton.
Are we really? Okay.
With an
Let's go
intro
get
like
snacks,
that,
guys.
yes, we are.
Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the mess real quick and get snacks.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what to do with that.
Yeah. There's jerky. There's dried fruit. There's kibble, right? There's fried bits. So not even like food. It's all the breading that fried and fell off the meal, right? So you get a big bag of fry bits.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I'll leave the kibble behind. I'm
Right.
Oh,
kibble is street food. It's like cyberpunk street food. It's not like dog food, but it's like,
Okay.
It's what folk eat when they don't have a lot of time to make a lot of food. They make themselves up a bunch of kibble and then they can eat it throughout the couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Trail mix?
Yeah, it's like a trail mix, but not as pleasant.
I like the crunchy thing that you were talking about. I'm down for that.
The fry bits.
Fry
I would
bits.
definitely take the fry bits.
Yeah.
The
Big
Long
bag
John
full
Silver
of
fry
toaster
bits are
leavings.
the best.
That shit is in one of my pockets, like corn what are those things? Corn pops or whatever.
Yes.
Yep. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to go? Any more snacks? Everybody use the restroom because when we get going, I'm not stopping.
Yes, dead.
Wait. How far is it from Night City to Sacramento? Because that's not a like, we're not stopping trip. That's hours of drive.
I was wondering if y'all were planning on doing like, a battle bottle on your way up.
We could roll and
Um,
pretend like, we're kids on a trip. I gotta go pee.
Yeah. The things that no role playing game should ever really
Talk
worry
about.
about. Yeah.
And yet, they can be pretty funny.
Yep.
How long does it take to get up to Sacramento? I guess should be a question.
Yeah. I mean, if the roads are clear, then it should take you about a day. Even with clear roads, they're not like well maintained. So there's always stops where you have to get out, patch a bit of the road, or navigate around an area where it's just washed away. Not even like a pothole. Like there's a section of road missing because, I don't know, mudslides and stuff happen. And so,
Right.
So this would normally be a few hours by like our standards today, but in the wonderful world of the Time of the Red, without like infrastructure maintenance, everything takes longer. So
Okay.
you're looking at a significant amount of time to get out there, but we can, depending on the route y'all go, like there's some things we can kind of teleport through and get you to Sacramento.
Cool.
Yep. I would say we go up to Selena and then cut across the San the 5 and run that way. The way the Vinton like to go.
So
I
head
think
up.
that sounds good. I'd like to keep eyes on the rail if it's close enough to the road.
Yeah, so you all can see along Highway 1, and then you cut over towards Salinas, and there are times when you can see the railroad. That it kind of gets close to the highway and further away from the highway because of the way the rails were sold to the rail lines and the way the highway was made to happen through eminent domain. So it kind of seesaws or yo-yos towards and away from the highways. But yeah, there's definitely, you'll be able to kind of see along the road. I do want to offer that if y'all want to have like one of those car conversion kits where you can put a car on the rail line, I'm okay with you all having that. Since the family has been working towards a rail job for a little while, it kind of makes sense that Mailbox or someone would have fashioned a kit so you can convert a vehicle to running on the rails.
Oh, we definitely need that.
Okay.
Was that car that we stole last on the train heist the one that we converted to the train car?
No, you just have it's a chassis thing, and you have to attach it to whatever vehicle you're gonna be putting on the line.
Put on. I'll take my bull horns off the truck, like the bull bar on the front of my truck, and replace it with that.
Okay.
My truck's that way. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you've got these big iron wheels that can lower down onto the train line, and there's like gears and chains that hook up from your drive wheels to the rail wheels, so that as your truck drives, it can, pull itself along the rail lines and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
The anticipation is that you don't ever go very fast on these things because the braking power that you have available to you is not great. But definitely you can motor along the rails if you ever need to.
Sure, we'll do that. We'll do that until I can find a good place to hop back onto the highway.
Sure.
Because Vinton would not feel comfortable riding rails. He doesn't like not being in control of the truck.
Right. Yeah. And I was just saying that it's an option for you all. I'm not saying that you have to ride the rails this trip, but wanted to make sure you knew that you had that available.
Well,
Let's have it available to us, but let's keep the truck on the road. Let's not like.
Okay. Cool.
well, that
cool.
between the section between like Salinas and sorry, my windows, San Jose. Does that follow a highway too, or is that like
It's like a mountain road. It's like a little mountain road. Because there's yeah, it's not a highway by any means. It's like a little, 1-lane blacktop kind of situation.
It would be tight, but I could get through there.
If we have the
Okay.
bigger truck, we have the right of way.
and,
Right.
and
like
and through the mountain here, because there is a mountain range right here, right between Salinas and San Jose. That mountain, the rail line takes a tunnel through that.
Okay.
So the train would be straight through a tunnel, basically all the way through this mountain thing. Whereas on the surface, you're doing switchbacks and going up and down this mountain and then back down, that kind of thing.
Do you guys want to go through the creepy tunnel? Just to make sure it's clear. I mean, I'm pretty anti putting the thing on the track, but I'm totally down for a good tunnel adventure.
theoretically, the truck in real life trucks. Yeah. You know what? I'll roll a drive to see if we can get through the tunnel with no problem. I'll roll my drive.
So we're putting it on the tracks to go through the tunnel.
And it is the straightest
the
shot.
rail thing, yeah. So
Plus, if we're trying to move the train, then we'll need to know that it's open anyway at some point, right? Because we got a real train to bring through.
Awesome. So you all drive along Highway 1 until you get kind of close to the train tracks. There's probably a crossing, right? And so you get to the crossing and, get the truck pointed so it's going down the rails, and then you lower the wheels, you get them hooked up. It is a process. It's not like a press button and the thing does this thing. You have to get them on the thing. The pneumatics lift the whole truck up a little bit, and then you connect the chains so that you can drive. You can actually use your engine power to move, along the rail line.
Galaxy's not really helping so much as just keeping an eye out.
Perfect. Yeah. Where you all are now is pretty secure. So it's you're seeing some animals, some elk or deer or whatever that's out there. There's nobody really around because you're on some rural crossing for this whole thing. You didn't have to go into town or anything to find this spot.
Can I say that I brought a medkit from camp?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, actually, before we leave, anything else that y'all need to nab from camp or from...
medkit, we were going to take a couple bikes.
Yep.
Actually, now that I think about it, we would probably have to just stick to the road because I'm bringing a trailer. The truck's not big enough for 4 bikes. We would have to bring a trailer.
You could put... I mean, they're dirt bikes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Theoretically. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, theoretically, I could just strap them on the frame in the back.
Right.
We'll Mad Max that shit.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking is you just kind of strap them to that, where your trailer would normally
The center
connect.
section.
Yeah,
the center section. Yep, never mind.
If you said they were big Land Cruisers from Harley, then yeah, you need a trailer for those. But little dirt bikes,
So, yeah, no. Well, yeah. I got what
No,
they
we
call
don't even have
stretch
to bring
anyway.
those back. Mailbox will just forgive those if they don't come back, right?
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
He's real forgiving when
Mailbox
you do
bring,
things like that.
we're gonna leave that one to you.
Mailbox is finally just now getting back around to liking Dexy again. He felt a little bad that Dexy got blown up, so he was like, "All right, yeah, all right, I'm over it." That one car you threw at a fire truck, he's now kind of over it.
I see you're still kind of walking around with a leg brace on now and then, so I'll forgive it finally.
I feel like the universe has punished you enough. My hatred, my upsetness is no longer necessary. Yeah. Mailbox is feeling better about Dexy. So you've got the bike strapped to the back of the truck. You've got the truck on the rails, and you're gonna take it through this tunnel pass between Salinas and San Jose.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool. Talk to me about how you all, because the truck is way shorter than it needs to be to go through this tunnel. This tunnel's meant for freight rail. So we're not worried about anybody none of you are going to lose your head by being outside or on top or that kind of stuff. So how do you all want to ride on or in this truck on the way through the tunnel?
How
I'm totally on top.
Good.
same.
All right.
I'm in the back.
Yeah, there's a.
Also remember,
Go ahead.
like Vin's like, I converted my toolbox to be a sniper's nest. So if you guys want to go back there, not
Totally.
get your head taken off.
Yeah, so there's this wide, it's as wide as the truck is almost, box that has like sandbags along the bottom with some like egg crate foam so your knees aren't getting killed while you're on this thing. And it's been armored up a little bit so there's extra like protection for you while you're in it. But you are effectively in a big toolbox that is the width of the truck, and it's big enough to fit 2 people. So you all could sit and peer over the top of the truck. You could stand up and lean over the top of the truck. You've got lots of different positions you could take, but it's elevated so that you don't have to be like climbing up to the top of the truck. You can just be in the toolbox looking over the roof of the, and off you go. So you were all driving. I'm not going to make you do a driving check, but Vincent, this is the strangest experience you've ever had. Because your steering wheel is completely useless. 1. 2, the way it starts moving and the way it stops moving is just alien to Vinton. Because, like, it's just steel on steel, so you have to be kind of careful with how fast you rev up, because it's very easy to slip. And then, like, once you get going, your stop is just stopping the wheel, and it just slides for a long time. So, like, your stopping distance is much longer than it used to be. And that's just a weird thing for Vinton to get used to. Just so you kind of get a sense for, like, how maybe fish out of water he is going into this tunnel. Yep. That his vehicle doesn't feel like his right now because he can't move it around, and he can't turn and pivot and gun it and all that kind of stuff. None of that helps anymore.
I was like, go in the tunnel, they said. It'll be a shortcut, they said.
So, y'all are going into this tunnel. You can see when you first get in that it used to be this like well-lit tunnel, and all those lights have long since either been looted or turned off, and it's just this real dark tunnel. And apparently it turns at some point because you can't see the end of the tunnel. You can't see the light at the end when you first get in. So it goes dark. Who all has low light vision?
I do.
I do not.
Okay.
I do not believe I do.
Okay. Dexy does?
I would like to.
Sorry, yeah, I do.
Awesome. Okay, so the 2 in the truck can see just fine, and the 2 outside the truck can't see very well. You certainly can turn on headlights, or stay dark. You all tell me how you want to do it.
Turning on headlights ruins the fun.
Agree.
Oh, wait, I do have in the toolbox. I just remember. I just looked at my thing. In my toolbox, I have those low light binocs still.
Go ahead.
If one of y'all want to use that.
Galaxy's got
And
it.
I think I'm gonna keep the lights off. Vinton's very uncomfortable. He can't maneuver the truck, and the truck's already loud, so it's not like we're being stealthy. But he doesn't want to give him a clear target. Like
Right.
he's like, I just want them to hear the sound. Maybe that will scare them.
Sure.
How fast are we going? Like what?
Oh, I'm going at a crawl, but the truck's straight pipe, so it's very loud. I'm probably going only 10 miles.
I don't want to be in the box.
Okay.
I want to be on top of the cab.
Okay. Well, you can like have your feet in the box and you're like leaned over the cab. How does that work for you?
That sounds great.
Okay. Perfect. And then Galaxy. Oh, go ahead.
I don't care. Are you nice and gentle to get on, or are you just making all kinds of noise? I'm just
Yeah, you can hear her elbows crawling out across the thing like dunk 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 going through the.
There's definitely something on top of your truck.
You just hear a groan.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm living my best Daredevil life over here. Leave me alone.
So Galaxy, you've got the
Yeah.
binoculars, yeah. Are you staying back? Or are you like leaned out next to Spring here?
Oh no, I'm staying back and I'm splitting my time back in front, looking
Sure.
around.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because you don't have like a lot of worries left and right because it's a tunnel. So
Right.
yeah, you're looking forward, and every so often, whenever you get bored of that, you look behind, kind of thing.
Yep.
And so you've got these binoculars up, and you can see a nice long ways down this tunnel, and it's all like rounded cement kind of thing. You can see the conduit of the electrical that's coming through here. Every so often, you see about person height a box that has like some sort of glass front, kind of protrudes off the walls here. You're seeing it about every mile. You'll see one of these boxes, and it's about 2 or 3 people wide. It's got a glass front. It looks like there's equipment in there, but the because you're using the low light stuff, it's not really easy for you to see what's in this glass enclosure. But you can tell that there's stuff in them. And it's just because those low lights, like they really can't gather enough information to really tell you what's going on in them. But you can see these stations, is what I'll call them, every so often as you're driving by. But otherwise, you're looking at a rather dull tunnel forward and back, at least initially.
I'm curious.
Go ahead and give me a perception with all your cool stuff. So add your recon and your intelligence. That.
Just saw it, all of us.
Just Sai. Because
So,
actually
recon-
anybody who can see low light. Actually, so Dexy and Tin as well.
Recon,
How
int and what?
Yeah, recon plus perception plus intelligence.
Okay.
how much would
19.
our
19. Awesome. The low light is allowing
like
you
a
to make the
plus
roll. So there's no plus.
okay.
It's just letting you see
Alright.
stuff so you can make these rolls.
Cool.
Okay, perfect. So 13, 19, and Dexy, is this 19 you? Okay, perfect. So yeah, you're all cruising along, and you can see in those cases, you can see what look to be like suits, like you can see like overalls, not overalls, but like full body type suits. You can see like the sleeves and the legs and little helmets in them, and you can also see that your tunnel is no longer just stone. It's now got tags, like big, huge spray paint tags. You're entering some area that's been like marked by somebody. You can't really read the tags, but you can see where the light and the dark and the shape of it is kind of like moving along the wall as like a texture thing, and it's really kind of trippy because you can't see any color, right? Because it's all dark in here. But you can tell
everything is green, but some
Right.
of it is shiny and some of it's stone.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and you're kind of cruising past this stuff as you are rolling deeper into this tunnel.
Yeah, I will definitely I think Dexy's sitting in the passenger seat and he's got like a plastic Tupperware full of like it smells like curry in the cab now.
Yes.
So around like a fort full of like, somebody else has been here. Like there's marks on the walls. It's like,
Is that goat?
Is it curry
How
goat? Are you eating
dare
curry goat?
you? How dare you accuse me? I spent days working around the camp. We're helping in the kitchen. You think I would lay a finger on curry goat? Chicken.
He eats your clothes all the time. So
We need
yes,
we need a picture of curry goat. Like we need somebody out there to provide us a photo of curry goat as our like team mascot.
Yes.
I did pass a goat farm, so on my way back, if I'll stop at.
I have access to a stock website. I'll be back in a few.
Yes.
So Vinton be like, Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And here,
Dexy reads it wrong.
Wait a-
He's like, no, really, the curry's good. Just try some.
not the
Oh,
curry,
you
man.
mean
We're in
that? Yeah.
we're in a murder tunnel. There's no way I can get us out of this.
Best tunnel to be in.
That's right.
Spring or optim papal.
Spring's having the time of her life on the top of this.
Oh yeah, and it's
Yeah.
so loud in here. It's so
It's awesome.
It's so definitely loud because it's like a big. What is your truck? It's like a V12, some 1,000
Yeah, it's got
horsepower
the-
situation,
Yeah, it's V.
and there's
yeah.
no
So
muffler.
yeah,
I have
it's
cyber
stupid
ears. I've
loud.
deafened some of that.
Okay, good.
I was like,
Good.
Yeah.
It's rough for y'all outside in this
Yeah.
tunnel.
It's rough for y'all
Because
in the truck. I mean, like, because there's nowhere for the sound to go but bounce right back at the truck, right? And y'all are going at like
Yeah.
Mhm.
20, 30 miles an hour or whatever the speed is. And it's just like, it's just oppressive.
I like Vin be fine because he's like, yeah, but like everybody else is like, yeah, it's probably a little droney at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I like Curry Goat. That's a good photo. Let's
Good
toss
photo.
let's toss that up for the folks at home. Here's Curry Goat, everybody. I love it. So cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all are cruising through here, and everybody who all got my good rolls. That was
I got 19 and
good.
that one got 19 Dexy.
Awesome. So Dexy and Galaxy, Galaxy, you notice behind you, a ways. Apparently, you guys have been turning. You have no idea when you've been turning because you've lost sight of when you entered the tunnel. And you notice very faintly, very briefly, the spark of something on the rail line behind you. And Dexy, you also see sparks ahead of you. Like it's a very brief little flash of spark, and then it's gone.
Y'all.
And it's because you're on the low light, they flashed real quick and then disappeared. Whatever it is too far away from you to really make out the form of it. But you know you saw the brightness of a spark through your low light goggles.
Y'all, there's some sparks on the rails behind us.
There's some
Well-
sparks on the rails ahead of us too.
Well, it's steel on steel. I mean, you would
delicious.
expect that, right?
Not
Well, it's
us
not
making
from us.
sparks.
It's farther away.
Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna
You're gonna what?
shut the truck off. Just
Like
Hold on,
completely
Spring.
off, or you're gonna come to a stop?
no. We're turning the engine off because I need to hear what might that be. If right now the sound's deafening, I want to see if we can hear what's coming to us.
So
the truck's gonna coast, and
Yeah.
if we need to, I can turn it right back on.
So, Vincent, do you put it in like neutral or something like that? So there's no.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in.
Cool. Yeah, so you throw it into neutral and kill the engine before any further discussion happens. All of a sudden, this deafening, oppressive sound of this huge engine vanishes. And you all hear little engines. And you hear tss, as something is breaking on the rail line. And you, because you're in a tunnel, you know it's in front of you and or behind you, but it's actually really tough to figure out directionality because it's all bouncing off all the walls and all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and give me perception checks, everybody, as you're listening. And you're going to try and figure out how many engines you're hearing and in what direction.
I rolled a 10. What is that?
Oh, roll again and add to your roll.
Okay, so that's an 8.
8. Okay, cool.
Okay. So 16 plus my 10 and 8. Is that right?
Wow. Yeah.
Or did you add recon? Were you adding recon
Yeah,
to
the
your
16.
perception?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
All right.
Dexy got a
Those are-
29. And And Galaxy, you just got a what?
34?
34.
Dang.
18 here.
18. Okay, cool.
Recon, man. Recon. When
Yeah.
you add recon into shit,
Yeah. All right. So this is gonna be hilarious.
it's sexy.
Yeah, y'all's incredible scores here. Dexy and Galaxy. Galaxy, you're kind of focused on the one behind you because you know you're the only one who can see it. You actually have. You're almost certain it's a like little two-stroke like weed eater engine or something. And the tss of the brake is like just a metal pipe being laid against the track as a brake. You haven't seen it yet, but you know you've got two of them behind you. Okay, and they're the same like real whiny, high pitched things, but not very strong. Not very strong engines. Mike, in front of Dexy, you're hearing 3 bigger engines, like motorcycle engines, in front of you, and it sounds like they are leading you, like they're getting away from you, and you can hear them getting quieter, and you can hear them like like a constant braking as they're stopping right now.
Okay. Like they were running kind of like parallel to us, ahead of us on the track as we were headed through, is what it sounds like they were
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
Now they're trying to stop.
yeah. Exactly. It sounded like there were 3 stronger engines in front of y'all, and they were running, and then y'all killed your engine, and that sounds like that was a surprise to them. So they've since you heard all those engines, and you heard all 3 of them lower in speed or torque, and then you hear all of them braking in front of you as they're reacting to the fact that the truck has gone quiet.
I put the lid back on my curry.
Yes.
That is greatness. So Galaxy,
Priorities.
you're looking back, and you can see the form of these 2 people coming into the kind of outer reaches of what your goggles can let you see. And it's almost comical. I mean, this is a dangerous situation because you don't know who these people are, but it's almost comical. It is 2 people. You don't know much more about them right now, but it's 2 people sitting on, and you swear they are sitting on a little piece of wood is under their butt with some kind of like skate situation, right? And you see right in front of them, kind of between their legs, is that weed eater engine running whatever it is to make their thing go forward. And then
Brave souls.
and then coming off of this like little piece of wood is a straight metal pipe, and it's like they're just holding on to it. They're just like holding it down to stop, and you can start to see little sparks coming off of their braking effort as they're leaning in, trying to stop themselves from seeing you. And where there's normally like eyes and face and all that kind of stuff, you see 4 red like circles looking back at you as they're emitting IR at you to see you, and you are seeing that bloom of IR back at your face.
Over my earpiece, I'm like, is this a shoot first and ask questions later kind of situation? We got 2 sitting on some boxes.
I
And
got
nobody
a
knows.
plan.
Always.
I was going to say
They
I got a plan too, but let's hear yours.
Hold on. Wait. Give me a second. So, David, you let me. Most flatbed trucks have very powerful spotlights on the box.
Sure. Yeah, you have
Yes.
lights. You have lights. They're all Oh, you mean rear facing lights?
Yeah, rear facing lights.
That
Like
makes
my-
sense
my
because you got to
rear
load
lights
stuff
are-
at
yeah,
night
I-
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Galaxy, get your eyes off of that scope. They're about to have a real bad day.
I
And
close my eyes.
I'm immediately going to flip both of my high beams, all of my lights, and my backlights blind those people behind me, and then
So
fire.
Galaxy switches off.
Yeah. Awesome.
Spring closes her eyes like as tight as possible. 'cause
Yeah.
that
I'm
would
just waiting for that
suck.
light to hit, and then I'll open.
Yeah, because it's
Suck.
all of a sudden, you have all been in this like dark tunnel for an hour maybe, still going through this mountain, right? And all of a sudden, even with your eyes shut, it is like blindingly bright in your eyes because your pupils are as big as they can be, right? They're big as saucers, and they've got a narrow even while your eyes are shut. So you all like take cover to give it a second for your eyes to adjust, and you hear down the pipe, as
Kill them bastards.
as somebody shoots. It's not accurate fire, but somebody somewhere in this tunnel has a gun, and it went off.
That's enough for me to take my cue and aim and fire.
Yeah, let's roll initiative and figure out how this all plays out. So
Go in the tunnel, they said.
It's Rough and Dex, right? Or-
it is, I think in Cyberpunk Red, it is your reflex plus a D10.
Oh, plus 10. Okay.
Yep.
8 for Spring.
13 for Galaxy.
Notepad it up real quick. Folks on the stream,
Dexy.
I just use everything in Notepad.
Notepad Plus or just Notepad?
Just Notepad.
Because I
Notepad
just I'm
plus.
just Notepad.
Oh, I love Notepad++, but not on this computer. So I'm sorry. Somebody had an 18?
I had a 13.
13. Okay.
I rolled a 10. Do I roll?
Yes. Yeah. If you rolled a 10, you blow that up.
8 for Spring.
2 for Dexy.
No.
Yay, Dexy!
Dexy was still
1d10
closing
plus
that lid on the
7.
curry and forgot to shut their eyes.
I rolled a 1. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no.
You have a
No.
stat with
So
a 1 in it?
Dexy's
No.
plan
He
of like
rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So then he had to roll again.
Oh,
and went down.
Tracking it, yeah.
Dexy, you have the
I
worst
have a
combat
plus
luck.
7, but I got a 2. Yeah.
You have the worst combat luck.
Shit,
You know what?
man.
We need people ahead and we need people at the end.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
We do.
Nisha.
We do.
That only works if you have a cleric. that's
After-
cleric
God,
bucket.
Dexy.
We'll
I
give
had a
everybody a chance
29
to shoot
total.
first, and then we'll see if I can talk them down. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's how this works.
So a 2 is Dexy. God.
We
Is it
shoot and ask questions later. Always.
indeed. Let's see here. So Vinton on the 28. Vinton,
Yep.
you get to go first with your eyes are starting to come back into focus. You can squint and see ahead of you three people with motorbikes, nice motorbikes, that have been laid sideways with some kind of frame doing the other end of the line. And those motorbikes have been turned around and are coming back towards you all. And they've all got their guns up, or what look to be guns up, pointing at you all.
I would like to take a shot at the closest one, and I would like to aim for their head.
Cool.
And I'm using my rifle.
I don't even know who these gangers are.
Nope. I'm in a death tunnel. Vinton's not happy about this. He's pissed off. He can't drive his way out of this, so he's going to kill every single one of them.
Love it. Love it.
One
So
motorcycle though, so like, don't fuck those up.
So you shoot at the lead, the first one or the third one? Which one do you want to go after?
The closest
Right.
lead one, yeah.
Cool.
Because I'm behind the wheel of my truck or anywhere near my truck, can I add my Zen to this? Or
Your truck is no longer driving, right? It's just coasting.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's coasting. Yeah, it's coasting. It's still coasting.
I'll give you half your bonus. I'll give you half. I'll give you half.
All right, so I'll get 3. I'll take that. Okay. All right, cool.
I'm not driving, but it is moving. So
It's on rails.
Look, I'm still in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He is in the driver's seat. This is actually, I think, the first time you've really been able to shoot. No, you did in the first episode, but yeah.
Yeah,
So,
very first episode.
yeah.
I spent the majority of my time shooting from my seat.
Yep.
Is just being in the seat really the criteria to use it though? Because like I'm
Man,
going to try to convince this guy to do it, but
25.
I'm sitting in the driver's seat. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, you hit this guy. You squarely hit this guy in the head.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll up your damage.
A 5D. Do I have my for the, I do. Awesome. 5D.
Okay. Nice. And anything special about the ammo you're using?
It's armor piercing.
Okay.
6.
So 16, you ignore half their armor. So through times 2 because it's a head wound. 16 to the head. Cool. You see as this guy catches that round, and they've got their hand on that counterbalance pipe, and you see them rock the bike up to so that it was like leaning on the rail, and the way they rock it up, it actually comes up onto the rail and then drifts off the rail into where like the cross beams are and all that kind of stuff, and you see them get thrown from their bike and roll
Nice.
all along the ground. They are probably dead. They might not be dead. You don't know, but they are like currently not in combat because their world is getting rocked. So good on you. Next up, the bad guys get to go. So you watch as biker number 2 and 3 both do the same counter lever thing, and they get their bikes up onto different rails, and they do like a little hop to get them off and onto the sides as they are like driving towards you, and they fire at the folks in the truck. So one person is going to shoot at Dexy, and one person is going to shoot at Vinton. Dexy and Vinton both get hit.
Aw, Dexy.
Yeah, but you all have armor because
Haven't
you're
even got
inside this
to roll
truck that's armored and all that kind of stuff. You have your own body armor, all that good stuff. So
Yeah, but Vinton doesn't have a good track record of people in a truck with him. Just saying.
turn. Dexy, you would be taking
Ah.
13 damage, but Vinton's truck soaks 10 of that. So only 3 make it through to your body armor, which I think catches the rest.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Vinton. Oh, Vinton. 28 damage to you, Vinton.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even with armor?
You see as this the round hits through the truck, and you see it's like burning. You can see it's like a tracer round almost, where it's like burning on both ends, and it melts through your glass and impacts you in the chest. Now again, your truck soaks 10 of that, and then your body armor soaks the rest.
So minus 11 there. So minus 10. So that's 18 minus 11. So that's 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
7 makes it
The
through.
7 hit.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay. When you said 28, I'm like, 28 made it through all my armor. And
No.
my truck and my- I was like, well, guys.
No. You peeled off all that stuff, so
Okay.
your truck's glass and all that kind of stuff is splintering, and you can see where one of these guys is using a better gun than the other, apparently, right? Because his round was glowing. It was like almost incendiary on its way through to get to the truck or get into the cab of the truck.
Guys, these guys got hardware, and then I'm immediately moving further out of my driver's seat. I'm not in my driver's seat.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's on your next turn. You get to do that. You're still sitting in your driver's seat for the rest of this round. On the back of the truck, Galaxy and Spring. There are two people back there. They're both going to be trying to shoot at you all. They don't have quite as nice a gear as the folks in front, so they're still a little blinded from all these lights going off. The one shooting at Galaxy misses. The one shooting at Spring hits. Spring, this is like a submachine gun that's going off in your direction. 13 damage. That box that you're in soaks 5 of it. So before it even touches your armor, we take 5 off, so only 8 gets through to your armor, which probably absorbs most of or all of the rest, right?
I have Kevlar, so 7. So I take 1.
Okay, perfect. And that is the bad guys.
Can you explain HP again?
Yeah, so on your character sheet, just mark that you've taken 1 wound worth of damage. Whenever you get to half hit points, you are considered seriously wounded, and you're at a -3 on everything you attempt. And then when you get to 0, you're dying, and somebody needs to stabilize you for you to not die.
I remember the dying rules.
Right. We remember that one. Okay. So yeah, we're there's no talkie. We have gone past the talkies phase of this possible encounter into the shooty phase. Next up after the bad guys, Galaxy.
Well, I'm gonna aim at the one that shot at me.
Good. So yeah, you can aim as part of your action. Because in Cyberpunk Red you get a move equivalent and a complex action. Aiming takes up one of the move equivalent actions.
Yep. So I aim. Okay, and then I'm gonna fire.
Cool.
I don't know what else to do. Help.
Awesome. Yeah. No, excellent. Do you want to shoot them in the body? Shoot them in the head? If you have a lot of marksmen, you are probably going to get a headshot. I mean, they are on a rail. The guy's sitting on a box that is, motoring down this pipe. So there's not a lot of dodge opportunity for them around.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go for a chest shot.
Okay, perfect. So roll a d10 plus your marksmanship plus reflexes.
20.
Nice. Yeah, that's a solid hit. And go ahead and roll up the damage for that.
Also 20.
Nice.
All right, so 20 minus stuff. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, you see him take that round, and his whole operation is slowing down quite a bit because of the stopping power of your round hitting him in the chest. Next up after Galaxy, Spring.
Can I? The 2 bikes that went off and are now riding, I guess, alongside us.
They are. Yeah, you can see them. They are off the rail and moving on the paved part of the tunnel, and are not beside the truck yet, but are moving to get beside the truck. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to Tom Cruise Mission Impossible my way onto one of those bikes.
Oh.
Yeah, jump on and throw a person off.
I'm into
and
this.
take control of one of those.
Yeah.
When the timing is right.
So that'll be on their next action. So I'm going to say that you're going to spend this round getting prepped to do this athletic feat where you're going to jump on them and take their bike from them. Do you have a preference? One that's on Dexy's side or the one that's on Vinton's side?
Whoever the tracer round came through.
Vinton's side.
than Vinton.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
In full disclosure, my next plan is that guy in there.
We'll see how it goes.
So
See how it goes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just letting you know, Katrina. Like,
Well, then I will go other places when that happens. But yeah, I guess
Dexy.
I'll hold my roll for that.
Oh, Dexy has questions.
What is the meaning of life in this tunnel?
Dude, is there a
Curry lucky?
microwave inside? It's not. No, it's not Curry Goat. For the last time, this is not Curry. I would not do such a thing. Okay, yeah. So Spring was like going for the guy who was like coming up like the
You
driver's
really can't
side.
see Spring. Spring and Galaxy are outside of the truck on top. You have no idea what they're doing.
It's a it's a meta question.
Yes.
Just like me rephrasing that in my head. The guy who's coming up the passenger side where I'm at, how much space is there between like the truck and like the side of the?
Actually a fair bit. Because the truck is designed to, the wheels are kind of the outer edge of the truck, right? And everything else on the truck is meant to be contained within a lane. Whereas a train is like, the wheels are under the center of gravity of the train, and the train can hang off quite a bit. So there's actually a long reach, maybe 6 or more like 8 or 10 feet from edge of the truck to edge of the tunnel. Like there's a big gap between where you are and the wall of the tunnel.
Right, because what I was trying to figure out is like if this guy comes up the passenger side, can I door him?
Right. I mean, it's a fair question. There's a chance that you could door him, but there's also a chance that he could just get around. Just because of the shape of your truck versus the shape of a train in the same space.
It sounded like that's something where they would be in that position like next round, though.
Right, yeah, they're coming up quick. Yeah, because you guys are still moving forward, right? I mean, nobody's hit the brakes. So, like, you're moving forward at your speed, and they had turned around and were coming back at you all to spring their trap once they realized the gig was up. So, yeah,
well,
they're going to be on
I can fire off a round at him from here, and then next round try to crack him in the head with a door.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. I'm just like lean out the window.
Yes. All right, give me your shot, and let's see how it goes.
Plus reflexes plus marksmanship. And I'll throw 2 luck in there too.
Nice.
16.
That hits. Good on you for tossing in the luck. Yeah, that hits. So roll up your damage.
Oh, I forgot about luck being a thing.
Yeah. You've had total game system amnesia. I love it.
I don't even think I used it on blue.
Right. Yeah.
Because I forget it then too.
Spend some stress and then take a condition.
Stop it.
Right,
Stop
that's
it.
how it works,
Stop
right?
with your blade. Stop with your blade stock.
Fuck, I have another trauma.
8 points.
8 points. Okay, awesome. Okay, perfect. I'm marking all those. Second chaser. All right, Vinton, you're up.
Go, Vinton.
You can hear the roar of all these engines, in full, their throttles are open as these 2 bikes are racing towards y'all as fast as they can.
I'm gonna fire at the guy who just
Try to murder you? Okay.
Yeah.
So he's getting closer. It's going to be harder for you to hit him with the rifle. It's going to be a 15 for you. If you add in the headshot, it's going to be a 21.
I got a 16 before I roll.
Okay. Roll.
It's good.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm adding 2 points of luck.
All right.
Do an 18 before you roll.
Hey, good stuff.
You can die, sir.
Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, roll up your damage. 19. Okay, good stuff. 19 armor piercing. That. Okay, so a headshot, so that much to the head. Cool. You see as this guy like takes the round. I'm gonna do a drive check, see if he can maintain control. Okay. Yeah, he maintains control of his bike, but you can see that he like seriously got whipped by your shooting him in the face. He's
Can I
probably
take a
got like a
second
big
shot?
gout of no, because you're just doing your rifle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't do a 3-shot burst, right?
I don't have that one. This is my regular rifle.
Right. Yeah, so just the 1 shot. All right.
How close is?
How what?
Just out of curiosity.
I mean,
How close is he?
he's gonna be passing you this round. He's right now, 10, 15 feet in front of you. And at the end of this round, he's gonna be past you.
I'm gonna move to my bunk.
Okay.
Yep, I'm moving.
Okay. Yeah, you get out of the driver's seat and head deeper into the truck, right?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. It is their turn. Spring, this is your moment. You've been waiting. You saw this guy take a hit, and the bike wobbled as they fought to stay on the bike. Take your shot. You're gonna leap onto this bike as it's driving.
Yep, I am.
You can see this thing on the bike is like an arm on the bike is leaving the body of the bike and is tracking with the truck as something is fired from it, like some sort of pneumatic type thing is fired from the truck as you're leaping off the truck onto the bike. Give me your athletics.
Okay. 18.
Awesome. So yeah, you sail off this truck and off this truck, and you're looking to kick the guy off the bike, or what are you looking at? Are you looking to just tackle them and you and the bike and everybody's off, or do you want to own the bike at the end of this?
I want to own the bike at the end of this.
Okay, cool. So
I want him off the bike.
Yeah, so with your 18, you're coming in. This guy's gonna get
I should have said I wanted to use luck, but I didn't.
Okay, so they're gonna use evasion to try and not get kicked off their own bike. Okay, 16 versus 16 versus 18. You successfully hit this person. Momentum and all those things say that they're probably gonna stand still while your foot hits them in the chest. You land on this bike. Give me a drive to see if you can
10.
Just a straight 10.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, good. So roll again.
That was a 1 that time.
Okay, so
plus 5.
11 plus 5, so 16. 16. Okay, cool. So with a 16, you're able to just barely get a hold of the handlebars of this really nice sports bike that you're on, as the thing that you saw pneumatic puff towards the truck. You glance and see it was like a grapple that has hooked to the front of the truck, and there's this spool of cable coming off the body of the bike. You have no idea how much cable you've got, but the bike is continuing to sail past the truck. You've wrestled control of it, but this line that is attached to your bike, you can see it as it's spinning down, and the wire is, doing that back and forth thing as it's unspooling. Yeah.
Can I pop my ripper and cut through it?
Give me.
Because I have the blade ripper.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna not make you do the attack. I'm gonna say that you can hit it. Let's do damage. Let's see how much damage you can do to this cable if you can cut the cable right now.
I never wrote damage down for my ripper.
It's 2d6.
Thank you. Oh, hey. Hey, good dice.
Hey, the dice you won during
Hey.
the charity stream.
8.
8 damage.
Eight
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, so you flash those rippers that come out as you like claw into that. You see this huge gout of sparks coming off of it, and you can feel them digging into the cable, but not quite enough to cut it. You can feel it like starting to fray as the cable is getting weaker at the parts where it's still connected to the thing. It's not. It's being made taut by the reel, right? But it's not like really under stress yet. So you imagine that you have weakened a big section of that cable, and you got decent education, right? Spring has decent education.
I have a 2 in it.
Okay, roll me an education, just so you can kind of like. I want to see what your character understands about the dynamics of it.
12.
12. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good enough. So your character, while you're weakening this cable, trying to cut through it, you know that when this thing goes taut, whatever was supposed to happen is probably not going to happen anymore. Instead, this cable is likely to snap. And when it snaps, it's going to whip in both directions.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
So you know that going into next round.
I will alert the truck that they've been harpooned.
Okay, cool. And
God damn it!
Off of that. Okay, so that was the first bad guy. You are owning that bad guy's bike.
Is that dude gone? Is he still on the bike?
No. He's off the bike. He's on the ground somewhere.
I'm just dealing with okay.
Is he dead?
Probably.
He ain't coming back.
He's not getting back on this bike, that's for sure. But you don't know if he's dead.
My bike now.
That's right.
He's fine until that cable snaps and hits him.
Yeah. It kills everybody. Okay, it's cool. So that's that biker, and let me do this person. Oh, we lost someone. Oh, we lost Casey. Oh, Casey's come back. Okay. All right. So this person gets up. Casey and Dexy, you're both in the truck as you see this person pick themselves up off the ground. It's the first one that Casey shot. Pick themselves up off the ground, and they're going to shoot at... Well, they were going to shoot at Spring, because Spring was on the truck. So I guess they're going to shoot at you, Dexy, because you're, like, in the passenger seat, and you're in a place that they can shoot at.
Go, Dexy.
I'm sorry.
They rolled a 1, so they missed Dexy.
Yay, Dexy.
I win.
The second one lands his harpoon, and so this is cool. So Spring, you're driving down this tunnel, and you're doing all this stuff, and you glance across the rail as you see the second bike as this. He's still parallel with you. The person on the other bike is parallel with you, and they look over and they see that you're not who they're supposed to be, and they're like, "Oh," and they shoot at you.
Okay.
So that's the one that I was gonna try to door.
Yeah. Oh, my apologies. Where you had shot at them
Last round, yeah.
Yeah, they would not have been close enough, frankly. Like, they're on the paved part, and as that whole situation was unfolding, Dexy would have known, I can't door this guy. He's too far away.
Cool.
You have to jump from the truck.
Right.
Onto them. That's how you take care of this
Yeah.
problem.
Okay, so he shoots his SMG at you, and it doesn't really hit you, but I do need to figure out if it hits your bike.
Okay.
No, it hits the worst possible thing it could have hit. Awesome. It hits the cable that you're trying to cut, and that cable releases.
That's not cool.
As on the story the bullet tells, he rolled a 1, so it's the worst thing in the world for him, which is your cable gets cut. And it looks like he's prepping for something. At the end of this round, it looks like, okay, he's done all that he can do, and his last bit of his movement, he's gonna be prepping to change his momentum. Like, you can see him pivoting his weight as he's ready for something to occur. All right. That is
Harpooned on the other side.
those guys, and the chaser bikes, the chasers. One of them is gonna shoot at Galaxy. That's a hit. The 9.
He said that.
Bad it wasn't a 10.
Yeah, Galaxy. You take 9 points of damage from this person. Now the toolbox that you're in absorbs 9 of it, so you're free of that one. And then the second one, without a lot of easy targets to really look at, he's gonna shoot at you as well. That hits as well, not a 10. And this one is 11 points of damage. So the toolbox absorbs 9 of that to make it through to you. So you're sitting pretty. There's no, they're not able to get through the armored box that you're in well enough to really do damage to you. And I think that's all my bad guys. Galaxy, what do you want to do?
What sort of armor do you have, Galaxy?
I just texted you.
Yeah.
I have leathers.
Yeah, no, you're fine. The 2 damage that went through would not have pierced your leathers.
So you're good.
Okay, so like I'm still aiming at the guy that I shot last time. He's still there, but definitely feeling it. So I'm just gonna aim and hit again. This time I'll try a headshot.
Sweet. So these guys are like in the 15 to 18 meters behind you, so it's going to be a 10 to hit normally, but because you're going for a headshot, it's going to be a 16 to hit.
Okay, and what do I all add? I add marksmanship?
Marksmanship, a D10, and reflexes.
Okay. 20.
20. All right, yes, smooth headshot. Roll your damage. Anything that makes it through his armor is doubled.
$23.
Whoa. Okay.
That's a lot of.
Nice.
So, awesome. Yeah, you level your gun at this guy as you did 23 minus armor, but whatever makes it through is doubled. As you see this guy's head bloop, as this huge gout of blood and stuff ends up on the person behind him, right? Because he was the lead. And this one's on the little rickety box with his little weed eater motor right behind him with his gun up, bouncing along as his buddy's blood and guts get all over his face. Fuck me. So, yeah, that one's dead.
Trauma check.
Yeah, trauma check. All right. Spring. You had spent all last round getting ready for this. You have your action now. You're in control of this bike. It is no longer tethered, and you've got this person running parallel to you. He's starting to slow down, but he's still kind of in your area.
I want to gun it and get over to him.
Okay.
And take his bike.
Sweet. So are you leaping or are you driving your bike to his bike?
How?
You have
I'm
you have train tracks between you. Train tracks and remember those cross beams that keep the train tracks together? You have all of that between your 2 bikes.
Am I gonna be able to clear that stuff okay on the bike?
You have to do a drive check.
But my athletics are cooler than my drive check.
Right. Right. It's tough because you're on a moving bike, right? And when you jump off of when you jumped off of the truck is so heavy that like physics says you carry all your energy with you. But with this little bike, half of it's going to go away from you and the other half is going to go in the direction you want. So it's going to be tougher for you to make this jump.
Yeah, I'll do a drive check to get over.
Okay.
Or closer to him.
Sure. Yeah, so you're gonna gun it and try and get the front wheel up over the rail, up over the second rail, and to this person. It's tough.
Gonna gun it.
This is tough. Roll well.
I'm using some luck.
Good.
9. That's a 9.
Oh,
all right.
Die. All right.
5 reflex, 14, 3 luck, 17.
17 total. Okay, that's actually a pretty good roll. So, yeah, I'm going to say that you get over to his side of the tracks, not like you had to kind of give up some position so that you could safely make this move happen. Because otherwise, you were gonna like lay the bike down, your teeth were going to hit one of those rails. I mean, it was going to be bedlam. So you erred on the side of safety, but it means that you're not like grabbing distance from this guy. You're close, but you're going to end this round, 10 feet from him, kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm just. Am I out of combat now? Because I want.
No, because you did your thing. You shot the guy, went to the back of your truck.
Right.
Right? Then the bad guys got their round, but Spring had been waiting. She spent all of last round with this, like, I'm going to leap onto this thing. So that action was in motion, basically.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all good.
I got confused. That's all.
No, you're all good. Yeah, it did feel like Spring got to go twice before you got to go. That's totally valid.
Oh, no. I want Spring to be as cool as possible.
Yeah.
Like, go.
Yeah.
Jump. Kill them.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
You could say I'm like bouncing around like a spring.
Oh.
God.
Dad joke. I like it. Oh boy. All right. So Spring, I think that gets you the end of your round. Is there anything? Okay. Dexy, you can see this harpoon is stuck in the passenger door. You can see the tip of it has gone through the door, and it's like got little metal grabbers that once it gets through it, like they expand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
like barbed kind of thing.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell Vinton they're screwing up your interior. And then I'll try to, like, if I lean out, like, I assume that's putting enough tension on the door that, like, I'm not going to shove the door open.
You honestly don't know.
Right? Like,
you have no idea until you try. But you can definitely, like, the window is down if you need it to be down, so you can look out back, that kind of thing.
Yeah, if I can lean out the window and try to take a shot at something that's back there.
So you have one person on foot walking towards the truck. And then you have another person who's laying down because they just got kicked in the chest by Spring, also in front of the truck. And then all the other action is in the back of the truck. Through the, say, rear view mirror, you can see like bathed in this like bright white light down the tunnel that Spring has made her way over to the other side of the tunnel, on your side of the tunnel now, and is pretty close to the guy who harpooned your door.
Okay, so there was somebody on foot on this side of the tunnel that I would be able to take a shot at. That is not Spring.
Correct.
Okay.
And they're in front of the truck. The person on foot is in front of the truck.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then hell with that.
Yeah. So you're going to shoot them?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Awesome.
None of this
Very
walking
much so.
bullshit.
Roll 20 is like, I'm rolling the dice. It's like,
Right.
please.
Yes.
15.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you definitely hit the guy. Give me your damage.
Nice. You can tell when we're using Roll20 because everyone looks off to a side monitor.
Yes. Exactly. Good damage. Their armor's gotten beat up a little bit, so it only stops. Okay, cool. Yeah, you shoot them, and immediately they start looking for some place to get cover, which is tough because they're in a tunnel. But yeah, you hit them about the body, and I don't want to be caught out in the open like this. So
I hear somebody make an unpleasant noise.
Yeah, exactly. All right, back at the top, Vinton, you're in the camper of your truck. You hear the roar of those engines and all of that kind of stuff. Out the front, you can see the guy that you shot in the very beginning of this combat has gotten up and just took another round from Dexy, and he's like now trying to get low and trying to like hug something for cover, but is otherwise. That's all you see going like through the glass of your truck, through the front screen of your truck. In
my mind, the last thing that Vinton would have thought would be the guy, because that guy's off. So he would remember that there was a guy that was passing him. He wouldn't know that Spring took the bike, right?
Right, he has no idea. Yeah, because all that happened like in the rearview mirror. You were already in the camper of the truck. Yeah.
All right, so I'm switching out my rifle to my submachine gun.
Cool.
That's why I went back there.
Cool.
Shoot at
And,
me.
and I'm going to move back to the front of the truck
Cool.
and look behind me to see if I see a guy.
Yeah, so you get to the front and do a quick like glance back, and you don't see anybody. You see this like cable is laying limp on the tunnel floor out past you, but you don't see a bike or a person back there. You do see a person. Your truck is still moving forward, so actually you look back and don't see anybody, but like right beside you as the truck has been moving forward is like a person like lying down, and looks like they're worse for wear. And out of the corner of your eye forward to the truck, you do catch a glimpse of the guy who had gotten up earlier. So you kind of still have an idea on him, but the person you've just found is the person who's laying down, kind of rolled up in the corner of this tunnel. And you recognize him to be a bad guy, not one of your friends.
I want to fully auto spray to that guy. Full
Okay.
auto.
Okay. So,
So,
let's see here. You're up in your truck. He's 10 feet away, down a little bit. So he would not be considered point blank. How much of your mag do you want to spend on this guy? All 30 rounds?
all 30 rounds of my hollow.
Okay. So your to hit on him is going to be, because he's not in point blank range. What is it? I think it's like okay. It's going to be a little bit harder to hit him because you're going full auto and he's kind of farther away from you. But you've got plenty of points in this stuff. So roll what is it? Roll your marksmanship plus a d10, and everything over a 16 is another bullet that hits him.
Okay. I'm going to throw another 2 luck at this.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, you all hear his SMG light up and fill this room with a deafening scream of bullets coming out of his gun. Okay, 25. So everything over 16, that is 9, right?
All right.
All right, cool. So 9 bullets strike this person. The rest pepper all the ground around him. Like that whole area gets pretty well screwed up. But roll out your damage for 9 bullets.
So would that be, just as a check, would that be 9d6? Or
No, it's 9 separate. What is an SMG? 3d6?
46?
46. So it's 9 separate rolls of 46. And the reason why is because he's still wearing armor, and your bullets are going to be chewing through his armor
Gotcha.
throughout this round. So
Sorry, guys. I
No,
forgot
you're-
about that.
no, you're fine. Full auto is crunchy. I assume that full auto is going to be better in red, but for right now we're using the 2020 rules. So roll that stuff out, and while you're rolling that out, we're gonna catch up with the other bad guys. Good stuff. So other bad guys. We've got the 2 chasing the truck. The 2 chasers, Galaxy, they're catching up to this truck.
One of them's
Isn't one of them is dead?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, actually, that does mess things up. So the second one basically spends this round getting his little like box bar contraption thing over the body of the first one. Like he gets up and runs with his box and pipe situation and sits back down and guns it again. And so like his whole round is basically spent like with this kind of awkward dance of like trying to get over his friend and then get back down and gun it to the truck because he's trying to get a hand on the truck. So at the end of this round, he's at the truck with a hand on it, and he's using the back of the truck as cover from you. So that is this person. This our whole world
Shoot
is.
him in the face.
I gotta get cover from the murderer, the one that's gonna kill us all. I must get cover from her, and he affects that this round. All right, my other folks.
This one
Lead.
with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the one with you. I'm gonna do last. So the lead biker, the one that Vincent shot in the very beginning, shoots at Vincent with a 1 and misses. The second biker takes a bunch of bullets. Okay, so third biker. You see him spring. You see him brace and like hit a button on his bike as that line goes taut, and there's like this tug of war going on with the door of the truck versus this whole cable and harpoon and bike situation as he's trying to rip the door off the truck. We're gonna see if that is successful. Okay, cool. It's not. The truck continues to lurch forward, but Dexy, you see this harpoon thing grip into the door. You feel the door flexing as they're trying to pull it off, but that doesn't work. So as part of the like little mechanism of this, that cable gets released from the bike and whips down the line towards you guys. Let's see if it hits anything interesting. No, okay, it just scatters about. So he, with the rest of his turn, is basically going to try and chase the stuff. So he turns his bike and starts gunning it down the pipe back towards them. He doesn't really mess with Spring very much because his whole thing was to try and get this door off. That didn't work, so he's got to chase his target.
So he's continuing to go to the truck.
Right. Yeah, he's leaving you behind if he can.
Okay.
And
I finished rolling my damage.
oh, good. Thank you so much. All right, so rolling
It's pretty bad.
through your damage.
Why would you say that?
Okay, so first one is 13. Okay. Okay, good. 19 and 20 are useful. 10 and 11. After all that, he's taking most of that. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to count down how much armor he's got left as your SMG chews through it. And the 17. Okay, cool. So yeah, you empty your mag into this guy, and actually the first several rounds just get completely absorbed by the armor. But after a little bit, you see it starting to cut in, and you can see like pools of blood starting to form under his body. He's not moving. And
Cool.
that's the end for you, Vinton. And my bad guys. Galaxy, you're up next. Down this tunnel, back behind you, you've got this guy on a bike who's trying to catch up, and you've got another guy who is effectively under the truck from your perspective, because he's caught up to the truck and is like using the back of the truck to hide from you.
Okay, so the one that's back there isn't the one that I killed. It's another guy who is on his bike or something.
There were two back there. You killed one.
Yeah, one. Yeah.
And then the second one that's back there like had to do this awkward like get off his box, run over his buddy, get on the box, and then he gunned it to catch up to the truck, and that's the one that's hiding from you.
Okay, but you said there was another one behind, or
And then there's the other one that Spring was tangling with on a bike, trying to catch up on the passenger side of the truck.
but he's back where I can see him now.
Yeah, you can see him. Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm gonna shout out a message via the ear link about the guy on the bike, and then I'm gonna go down and
Sweet.
a headshot from above right onto his head.
Nice. So you
Yeah.
climb down from your box. You've got your big like long sniper rifle, and you're just gonna like try and crown this guy. Cool.
Yep.
So just so you're not surprised by the system, it is harder to hit people when they're close to you with big guns. But yeah. So give me like, I'm not gonna make you roll athletics because this thing is on rails. It's pretty smooth. But just just to note that Galaxy does have to take some care to not like misstep and end up off this truck. And you move forward to crown this guy. You're gonna get to him, so give me your to hit. He's gonna try and not get shot, and you're gonna try and shoot him. So, roll to hit, please.
And what was that again? Marksmanship.
Oh, marksmanship plus your reflexes,
Reflexes.
plus a d10.
I'll get used to this eventually.
No, it's all good.
19.
19. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So you definitely hit. Roll out your damage.
Oh shit, that was good.
Yes.
Let's see. 16, 18. Why do I keep rolling 20? 20.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Not complaining.
No, yeah, you did great. So yeah, you winged this guy. You hit him in the leg, let's say. And after you shoot him, he like screams and climbs further under the truck. Just to like get more away from you. But yeah, you definitely hurt this guy a lot. There we go. Okay, cool. That is Galaxy Spring. What do you want to do?
I want to gun it and then jump on the back of that other guy's bike.
Cool. So let's do it like this because it's kind of a bike chase, and he gets a say in this one as well. Let's do opposed drive checks, as he's going to try and not let you do that, and you're going to try and do that.
Okay. I'm going to use my last 2 luck.
Okay, good.
I don't die or anything if I use all my luck, right?
No, you don't die for having 0 luck.
Okay, just making sure. Oh, that was a 10.
Good. You need a 10.
Yes.
You need a 10, so that's good.
And a 2 on top of it. So, 17.
17. Awesome. So the challenge that you have is this person's a nomad. And they tend to be very good at driving. So you get close enough, and with that roll, you know that you don't want to try and jump on him right now because he's watching for you to do this. He sees you're not going to shoot him, so he's like ready to juke you and leave you behind. And so instead, you're both close, and you're not jumping on him because he was about to leave you behind. Right? He's just going to swerve out of the way, and you'd have caught air, and that would have been it. But you're, within 8 feet of him, 5 feet of him, kind of thing.
Okay.
You're in jumping range. You're like, no, I see you, tricky dude. I see you. Anything else you want to do with this round?
Yes, but it might be too much to do.
What would you like to do?
So, I have jumper cables on me. I know that sounds really weird, but they're in a pocket somewhere.
Sure.
But I don't know if that works. I'd really like to hit him with them.
I'm going to say you can get them out.
That would be... I mean... Other than that, I would... Being realistic, I would just shoot him.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
Can I just shoot him?
Just shoot him. I love it. Yes.
With a pistol.
Yeah,
That would probably be simpler.
Yeah. I was loving the jumper cable thing
cables?
because they have the hook, they have the like little grabber bit, and you could have like grabbed them off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about you getting them ready so that next round you can do this to him. But I'm
think
assuming
it's
that they weren't already out ready for her to like road rash this guy off
No.
the bike.
Which would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull a Harrison Ford
Yeah.
in Indiana Jones and be like, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm just gonna shoot you.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I'll shoot at him.
Cool.
That is dice 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that hits because you're using a pistol. You're pretty close range, so yeah, you hit.
3 points damage.
3 points of damage. Okay. Okay, good stuff.
It's one of those things where just throwing my gun at him might have been better.
Like, oh God. Who throws a gun? Yeah. So all good.
Ninjas, damn it.
Yeah. After spring, Dexy. What do you want to do, Dexy? You watch as like your ears are still ringing from Vinton shooting the guy on the ground.
Yeah. Dexy probably just like flinch when he does.
Yeah, yeah, because like right next to you, and that shit is loud. You're in a tunnel. There's no good about this.
Yeah. So is there still a guy in front of the truck anymore?
Yeah. He's ducking behind like some bike or something like that. Like he's ducking behind some stuff to try and like have some kind of cover, but he's still up and looking at you. The truck has been still coasting, so it is getting closer to this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna like lean out the window and like just try to take another shot at him.
Cool, do it.
Yeah. Go with what you know.
Yeah. Go with what works. Shooting guy.
There it goes. Okay. 13.
13? Okay, that hits.
Yeah.
He's close enough now that your pistol has only like a 10 to hit on the guy.
Okay. And 12 damage.
12 damage. This guy's already pretty jacked up, so a lot of that gets through. All right. Good stuff. So, after Dexy, back to the top, Vinton.
Okay. Is dude still alive and very front of me, like in front of the truck?
The guy that Dexy just shot at?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Okay. I would like to ask me if this is too much.
Okay.
I would like to wield my pistol and my submachine gun. And I want to do a 3-round burst with my sub, and if he's not dead, then I want to fire a second shot with.
So, yeah, you can like guns akimbo at the guy.
Yeah.
Cool, do it.
Okay. Come on. Roll. I'm gonna throw my last point of luck in this.
Okay.
Let's just believe. Hey.
Awesome. So yeah, you go to shoot him with your pistol and your SMG, and the SMG goes click as the pistol goes off and hits the guy.
I forgot to say I reloaded. I forgot to say I reloaded.
The heat of the moment, the passion, you're like, yeah, I got you. Click. You hit the guy with your pistol. Roll the damage on your pistol.
Poor
3D.
Dexy.
Oh, I'm so mad at myself right now. That was gonna be so cool.
It was still cool.
It was still cool. It was cool
We
in a
still-
different way.
We still dig it. Yeah.
After this, I would like to reload myself.
Yeah. Indeed. I'll bet.
Whoa, 15.
15. Hey, double sixes. Good stuff. Yeah. All right. So this guy is, I mean, he's been shot a fair bit, so he's been losing some armor thanks to Dexy. So
Took a headshot. He can't be that healthy.
cool. All right. Yeah, he's not doing great, that's for sure. All right. So you at the end of Vinton's turn is bad guys. There's not a lot of them left.
What you mean?
Yeah, what's I mean? So the guy who Vinton you just shot at, He makes a run for it and gets to the makes a run and leap. Roll as his athletics.
Nope.
Yes.
All right. So you see what he's doing. He's running to the front of your truck to jump onto the truck and get cover from the two of you, and be like, use your engine as his cover, right? But he rolls a 1 and trips on the rail, and the truck starts to roll over him, I guess, because I'm
That's
an idiot.
unfortunate. Let me just turn my engine on real quick.
Oh, he just
Pop
dies.
my clutch.
He gets crushed under the train wheel of this truck.
Say.
Yeah, no,
I
there's
was gonna
no.
say you
Yeah.
should slam the brake to see if the one who's under the back can get stuck
Under-
through there too.
Yeah.
So because of this
Does
guy's
he hit the guy that just crawled under the truck?
his torso goes tumbling past the guy who's under the truck. Like, oh my god, what do I do?
If this guy survives, he's gonna have the worst nightmares.
Oh yeah, no,
ever.
he's beyond saving at this point. Um,
If he lives through this, if one of you two don't kill him or the other biker guy, I would like to have a conversation with him because I have no idea
Dead.
who these motherfuckers are.
rolled over. Okay. So that guy, you guys. I mean, it's not a smooth operation. The truck does like do a little lift up as it like goes over some bits of him, but yeah, he's gone. You don't
Oh, yeah,
see
no,
it,
Ben's
but it's probably really
cackling.
gross underneath your truck right now.
Ben's
The other dude
cackling.
does, though.
He's at that point.
Yeah, the guy under the truck that's like trying to not get cacked by
Got
Galaxy.
his friend over the front,
Yeah.
and I've got his other friend over
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah,
Stripes,
Like, oh, it's
splatter.
it's like
Craig who tried to just he's like rolling past just
yeah,
spray his car in his
exactly,
face.
exactly. I think there's only 2 left now, right?
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
Just the guy on the bike.
No, there's a guy
Yeah,
under
one
your
under the
truck.
Right
train.
under.
Truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Galaxy's got this.
All right.
Do it.
What are they gonna do? Okay, so yeah, the way I see it is like the guy who's hanging off underneath the truck and the guy who's on the bike playing turkey with Spring. Both of them see the torso of their friend and the legs of their friend come tumbling out the back of the truck.
Mhm.
And at this point, it feels like the gig is up for them.
Just maybe?
Just maybe a bit. So, guy under the truck is going to let go and try and get on the bike of the guy who is still alive. Let's see if he can do that. Okay. So he gets on the bike. The guy who is still alive on his bike guns it to try and get away. Driving check. Oh, God.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
Get him, Galaxy. Get him.
Cool. So, yeah, they gun it, and they are leaving the situation, going much faster than this truck. But they're still in the tunnel, and you all can still see them going front ways past the truck. Galaxy, your go.
I would like to aim and
Yes.
line up both of their heads.
Yes.
Trick shot. I love it.
Yes,
I
please.
love it. That is, hey, whoa,
I'm
hey,
dumping
with the
all
raid.
of
Thanks so
my
much, guys, for the raid.
references.
Love you. Thank you so much for that.
Hey, it's a
Yeah.
raid. Thanks,
So.
Mike.
Welcome to the chaos.
So this duo is on this bike. They're rabbiting. They saw one of their friends get cut in half. They saw a bunch of them get shot, like turned into Swiss cheese and all that kind of stuff. So they're leaving, and you line up your shot to try and get both of them as they're leaving down this tunnel. Give me, because you're waiting for that perfect moment where like one is like racing, right? They're the ones driving the bike, and the other is behind them, and they're not being a good passenger with their head like just in the back of the one. They're like looking around, doing all this stuff, like throwing off the weight of the bike, and you're like waiting for that perfect moment where their two heads are in alignment and all that good stuff. So this is gonna be a difficult shot.
Don't forget to use your luck if you want to.
I said I dumped all my luck into this.
All right,
Oh,
good. How much luck do you got?
I haven't used any of it.
Good.
How much of it? What do you have?
6.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so they are within rifle range. So it would normally be a 10 to hit. Because you're going for a headshot at 16, I'm going to say another 3 because it's tricky, right? Because you're trying to like do this special thing. So it's really a 19 to hit.
Okay.
But you dumped all your luck in, and so roll your marksmanship plus reflexes, and add in the +6 for all your luck.
25.
Nice.
Before you
Nice.
roll?
Goodbye.
Nice. All right.
Did you roll?
I rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Nice.
like, wait, what?
Can't
Nice.
see
So
me
yeah,
roll,
you hit.
unfortunately.
You hit. Now armor still plays an effect here. So let's roll the damage on the first head. Let's see if you have
Come
enough that carries
on,
through
die.
to the next head.
Oh my god, I got 3 6s.
Oh, shit.
That's a lot
So
of damage.
6 times. Oh wait, wait,
Damn.
wait. I can math.
Galaxy's
Hold on.
dangerous, y'all.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
dangerous.
26
It's
damage.
How much?
26.
nice.
Well,
Oh,
shit.
26 damage. Okay, so the first
Get it.
head does definitely go pop. Absolutely.
Yes.
Now the second one,
Which one was the driver?
the driver was the second one. So she shot the passenger, the guy who she's been shooting at.
It.
My apologies. It shot the passenger. And now on the driver, the let's see here. So it's 26. Gonna lose some of that, but it's a headshot. So yeah, screw it. You got them both. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, that's a lot of damage. It gets doubled when it's a headshot. So yeah, you see,
Woo!
the first one is a huge eruption. The second one is like a little hole, but you can tell that they just kind of fall forward and the bike leans over and they all go tumbling off this bike. While the semi that you roll in or on continues to just slowly roll down this tunnel.
I would like to come to a complete stop because I want Homeboy's rifle that is apparently very dangerous.
Yeah, so you all take a minute to loot these bodies. The bikes are all in pretty good shape.
Oh, yeah,
The
we're
3
keeping-
bikes, y'all didn't really shoot the bikes very much. They didn't take too much damage, so the bikes are in pretty good shape. They're like little sports bikes. They've been modified by these nomads. The what is it? The gun that you find, they were just shooting an SMG, but the mag they had incendiary rounds in it. And you know that ruins the gun. But you get about a mag's worth before the gun is ruined. So you've got 28 bullets left in that mag, and they're all incendiary rounds.
You said there was tagging in this tunnel?
Yeah, that's right. So now that you can see all this stuff with all the lights on and you have a hot second to look at all the tagging, you can see that this tunnel is, some of the tags are decorative, saying that, you know, they're part of the Scaven. And you guys don't know who the Scaven are, but they're part of the Scaven. And they are, and then also
How do you spell that?
Skaven, Scaven. And yeah. But you also notice, especially you snipery types, that these are also markers. That every so often there's a big white line that is marked on the wall as like a ranging thing. And so yeah, you all are yeah.
So if I'm looking further towards where the front end is, how are the white lines spaced? Are they all evenly? Are they getting closer, stopping? Is there a
Yeah,
right place to see the
so
stop?
they're evenly spaced. The lines are, as you can see in this tunnel, but they do get thicker. So they are right now where you're at is looking about 2 feet wide. There's a big broad paint line, 2 feet wide where you are, and you know it looks like they're thinner and thinner back where you came from, and they're getting thicker and thicker the deeper in you get.
Well, this was a load of bullshit. Last time I listened to you about going somewhere in a tunnel spring, this was
But if we
Bullshit.
were going to use the rail, we now know that this was not a good idea, right?
Thank you,
Better we
Galaxy.
find out they're in here now than when we're trying to get a load of ore
Yeah.
through, right? Like, come on, man.
Guys, this was a truck.
It
I
is a
doubt
truck.
they would have
Good job.
messed with a train. Look here, Spring.
I
Look here,
think
Spring.
they would
Are
have messed with
You're gonna-
the
Are you
train.
living in the same world as me?
They were
Yes.
already trying to like harpoon off the doors of the truck.
Look at my
like
truck.
they thought that was gonna work to begin with.
Th-
They would still would have tried that on a train. They didn't
Yeah,
know
Would
they
have
were doing
we would've had
100%
more
did this on a
guys.
train.
We would have had more guys.
You smoking
go
crack,
faster.
dude. Whatever.
it. Hey, at least we know
I'm
what's
sorry
kind
that
of
your
down here.
truck got
right?
shot up, but
With that
Um,
said, great job, everybody. Sorry. Good job. Great shot, by the way. I'm gonna buy you a beer. Buy you.
I want to go
Oh,
check
hey.
out one of.
Oh, go
Since
ahead.
I have a bike, I would like to go check out one of those where you said there was like glass, or there was like.
Yeah, you go back about a quarter mile, and
Mhm.
you find one of these stations, and it's like think of it like a really wide refrigerator with a glass front, and it's made out of, the frame of it is made out of concrete. Like when they poured it, they just poured for this thing, but there's a break-in emergency type glass, but it's as tall as you are, goes to the floor, and inside you see our like hazmat type suits with helmets and oxygen tanks and that kind of thing. And it's like a if there's a disaster in the tunnel and you're a rail crew worker, you can use this stuff to like not die while you're in the tunnel. Because otherwise this tunnel has it has ventilation and stuff like that, you presume, but not enough to handle what would be a disaster in here, as well as
If you're in here with a train car that was on fire,
Right.
it would not
Yeah.
be enough for it to be breathable.
Right, exactly.
based on that
So
ventilation. Yeah.
so the one you're at is actually has stuff in it.
Cool.
As you all go further into this tunnel, they don't have anything in it. But the one that you went back to has 3 suits with oxygen masks and little oxygen tanks in it.
Cool. It's about to not have those anymore.
You take those things. Good.
Yes, I do. I take those things.
Yeah. So you have 3 hazmat suits with 6 oxygen bottles.
Okay, look, I got you 2 hazmat suits and 4 oxygen bottles.
I see 3, but
But
thank
Last-
you.
While they're all doing that,
Hey.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Galaxy.
I just want to be searching for like a combat knife or something, because Galaxy kind of realized I don't have anything for that.
Yes, all of them had combat knives. The 2 that were chasing you had combat knives and like old school crowbars with the hook thing, right? And it looks like they've welded on more hooky bits to like make it easy to pull someone off.
I'll
A
take
thing.
one of those.
Cool.
And a couple. Yeah, and a knife, yeah.
Yep.
What do I call that?
Yeah, so just call it like a crowbar. It's really a crowbar, a modified crowbar. And then
you call it awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Your day is ruined as you are now off this train. Is what that is. And then all of them had some kind of combat knife.
I would like to take the other crowbar unless you take it.
Go for
I'm not
it.
taking it. Yeah, I don't need it.
I'm going back to find one of those little like skateboard weed whacker. kind of
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Okay, so you go and find this, and this is like a real thing. This is like a real thing that
Hey, is very excited.
that like mine workers used to use. It really is like a box. It's a piece of wood with like a weed whacker engine bolted onto it with a little like shopping cart wheel that's taking the business end of the engine and converting that into forward momentum. And then it has a crossbar that goes all the way to the other rail. So by like sitting on this box, you can zip your way down the rail really quick. It's like super fast. And you've got your little brake lever right here, and as long as you're good about where your feet go, you won't die. You got 2 of them.
That's the important part.
You got 2 of them. One of them is covered in blood, but you've got 2 of them.
I'll take the not covered in blood one.
Okay.
The other one covered in piss.
Right.
Places.
Ah. Hold up, like, man.
Can I spend some time to rip the damn bars, the harpoon?
Yeah. Let's.
But I'm gonna keep them, and I'm going to weld them onto the front of my truck.
Oh, as like
when we get
a.
back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can take
Pointing
the.
forward.
Yeah, you can take the 2 harpoons, and you could spend some time if you wanted to remove the harpoon assembly from the bikes. But you definitely get the business end of the harpoons off your truck.
Cool.
Let's take a quick break if y'all are cool with that. We just had our big fight in the train tunnels on our truck that's been converted to go on the trains. And so we're kind of here between Salinas and San Jose, deep in some mountain, right? And you've now cleared out the tunnels from whatever these raiders are, whatever this group is, the Scaven. And let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. Folks who are all here from the raid, thanks a ton, so much for raiding us, Liz Mack and crew. We would like to give out a copy of Legend Keeper. So all of our games here at High Shelf Gaming are run on Legend Keeper. This is the app that we use to track our world, all of our world building and all of that good stuff. And it is a super awesome program. We do any of y'all have anything to say about Legend Keeper while I key us in?
Well, you figured that out.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to go ahead, or you want me to do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a world building and game mastering kind of tool. You get wiki stuff and maps, and you can zoom in and put pins on the maps like it was, trying to find something on Google Maps or something like that. And they can have multiple maps for each of your wiki articles, and it's like maps and maps and articles and articles. There's all kinds of crazy crap in there. It's great. It's really useful.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Earlier, David, you were like making use of the whole the generators that they had.
Oh,
for, like,
yeah. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
this is so cool.
a person who is such and such and wears such and such and things and does such and such stuff.
So yeah,
I made generate you an item.
I made an NPC generator that goes like man, woman, non-gender specific, and then it has like what kind of clothes they wear, how they keep their hair, other notable things about them, and their ethnicity. And I just made that generator in Legend Keeper. And so now whenever I need an NPC, I very quickly have 3 or 4 things to say about that NPC every time we meet a new person.
We used a generator in Blades to create the day of the week.
Hey.
Because we needed to figure out what day it was, and
can't tell what day it is anymore. Yeah,
that's right.
No.
We
haven't ran that generator in a while.
I'm not really sure what's going on. My little giveaway machine is not working. Shoot. Well, tell you what, folks. Just put Scaven in chat, and I'll just do it old school. So SKAVN, Scaven in chat, and we're gonna go on break. We're gonna come back, and when we come back, I'm gonna roll a die based on however many people doesn't do Scaven, or how many people do Scaven in chat, and we're gonna give away a beta key for Legend Keeper. It's super dope, and you should all use it if you don't already. So yeah, let's take off, and we'll be back in 10 minutes or so, folks.
Cool.
All right, and we're back
Woo.
from break. In looking at the chat, everybody here looking for Legend Keeper licenses. Jagos won. I think you're the only one who's put Scavin in chat, so congrats, Jagos. You're the winner. You get a beta key to Legend Keeper. I'm gonna send you a whisper right now in chat, and what I'll need from you, Jagos, is your email address. Whisper it to me. Don't put it in the chat. Whisper it to me, and I'll send that on to the good folks over at Legend Keeper, and they will get you hooked up with the thing. Oh, hey, yeah, on Discord. That's perfect. Yeah, you're already in our Discord and all that kind of stuff, so you are good to go. And just to show off real quick on the thing, I'm so proud of this generator. Let me edit this one real quick. I'll go to the generators /gen to go to the generators in Legend Keeper, and you can make a new generator. The one I made here, character style, and edit it. I'll show you. It's a form sentence that you make, and then you put these little like bracket and colon, and then whatever the name of the variable is. So I put like person, clothes, hair, affection or affectation, like jewelry and all that kind of stuff, ethnicity, and then like each section gets its own options. So like for me, a person is a man, woman, or non-binary person, and then like a bunch of different clothing options, a bunch of different hairstyles, a bunch of different like other notes about them, and then ethnicity. And I just, I'll always be adding things to this. And of course I can go back and make the sentence longer with more things that I care about. And yeah, so making these generators is really cool, because once you make it, you can use it to like just create town descriptions or NPCs or gangs or whatever it is you want made. It will just make you one. And you can just re-roll it if you're like, I want to re-roll that a couple of times or whatever you need to. Very easy to like make characters very quickly or towns very quickly or what have you. So yeah, super, super powerful. I love it. Enjoy your Legend Keeper license. All right, let us get back to the good folks, the Midnight Runners, the Nomad crew, Nomad family that are in this tunnel. You've killed a number of folk and gotten everything all taken care of. You have 3 new speeder bikes. Think road bikes, not off-roading bikes, but really fast road bikes. They've been modified by these nomads. They've been tricked out to do this very specific type of train robbing that they can do. And but you have those 3. You have 5 combat knives, 2 crowbars that have been modified to like be able to grab people and take them off of a thing. And they had some other stuff like chains and things like that, like little hand chains that they could bust out and hit people with. But yeah, you've looted the field, and it appears that where you're going is marking that you're getting closer to something, whatever that is.
Does it look like old paint, like it's been here a long time, or fresh paint?
Looks fresh.
Okay, so they have marked something. I was initially thinking it was like when the tunnel was built, they did this to mark out like it was to the middle, but it doesn't sound like that's it. Potentially.
Yep.
I have no idea what that would be, because I don't know shit about trains.
Sure. Yeah, who knows? And you're like deep in this mountain, right? You all have been in this mountain for over a mile. And so who knows what all is going on in this tunnel or anything like that kind of stuff.
Did you want one of us to drive it, and were you scared?
Look here. Look. Just get in the truck or ride your bike, whatever.
I think it would be better for both of us if I rode my bike.
I mean, they might think that the crew succeeded if a couple of us ride bikes.
It has a point.
So David, before I say this, I'm gonna be like, because I've had a run-in with Shivrab, would I recognize this as part of the Shivrab Nation?
So they call themselves Skaven, and
Right.
tell you what, anybody who has been dealing with the nomad communities and all that kind of stuff, go ahead and give me a knowledge local or local expert, and let's just see if y'all have ever heard of these folk, or anything like that. If there's any innate knowledge that the group has.
Since I'm new to the area, probably not me, right?
Yeah, because your character, Galaxy, has not been a nomad their whole life, its whole life, right? Correct. Yeah, so you wouldn't really know a whole lot about the inner workings of other nomad families and tribes and all that. Dexy, 19. Okay, fair enough. Then we won't even worry about the rest because that 19 is going to clear it. You know, and it's not really that Dexy, you don't really know the Skaven per se as a member of any kind of tribe, but that tagging style is very much reminiscent of a Shiv Rav nation, right? So they're
they all do very 80s wild style oriented tags when they're doing.
Oh, and it's got this stupid like barbed wire tribal fusion thing that is trying to do or whatever.
It was never cool. Never.
So yeah, it's not so much that you make Skaven, but you do make the art style. Absolutely.
Great. Awesome. These mofos.
Yeah. No, these guys definitely have all the hallmarks of being, something with Shivrav.
Yeah.
You know what, Dex? I'm really regretting that we let that chick go. We should
Never let people go.
Look, I was a little naive.
I don't know who you're
time,
talking about.
The one who put a bullet in your chest. Remember?
Y'all had captured some Shiv Rav folk a while back. A part of a different family, but you had captured some and elected to let a couple of
them. What did we do with the other ones?
One of them you like converted. They're a member of the tribe now.
One
I remember there was somebody who got converted. I didn't remember.
Yeah, y'all won one of them over.
Character, yeah.
Well, what happened to the third one then, Jagos?
The family let him go.
Yep. Jagos knows all the history. I love it. Thank you so much, Jagos.
Okay, one was just gone.
Yeah, one was shot in the field by Vinton.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, Spring, it's not like I let him go. It's family let him go. I don't like her because I'm pretty sure I killed somebody significant. I've had my run-in with this nomad tribe. So if I say we get out of here before they figure out whose truck this really is, because I'm sure somewhere, some way, somebody's gonna figure out it was our family. We've pissed off a lot of people. We've killed a lot of people.
Well, then let's go.
All right. So you all take. How many of you are going to ride bikes out of this tunnel?
I am.
All right. So Galaxy and Spring both pick up bikes. Clean off the blood.
I help load one onto the back and then get back inside where I have something around me.
Yes. Yeah. And you get you're all done, right? And you get back to it and you see your curry like on the floorboard. You had closed it, but in all the excitement it had like tumped over and kind of leaked out a little bit. So you clean it up before Vinton gets back and sees that that some of the curry has gotten out of its containment.
Mother Kurilla's secret recipe. I don't even want to have to talk about what I had to trade to get actual Scotch bonnet peppers. Make this.
Indeed. So yeah, Vincent, you get back to your truck, and it smells a lot of curry now that things have calmed down, but it always kind of smelled a lot of curry. So Vincent doesn't really notice that
Yeah,
anything's
it's like
amiss.
when you popped. I was like, when you popped it open, Vin, be like, really, man? Like, I appreciate it. It's not fish, but curry. Like,
It's my
okay.
mom's recipe. It's one of
I
my
bet the
mom's
farts are epic.
It's one of my mom's recipes.
One of your mom's is.
Yeah.
Dexy, I got so many questions about your family background, but I'm so tired that I just don't have the energy in me right now.
It's like, well, if you really want to understand my family, you have to understand that 2 million years ago, the space emperor imprisoned. Like, you know what, man? We'll wait for when you have a better attention span.
Okay. Okay.
So
Oh.
y'all have set off. Galaxy and Spring, do you all want to lead the truck, follow the truck? How do you want to be as you make your way?
I'll be behind the drunk.
Okay. Yeah, it stays behind.
I'll be in front.
Okay, perfect. So you all are moving through this tunnel. You're having to build up speed again. This truck is again on rails, and it takes it a second to get up speed again. And you pass through these white paint bands that are getting thicker and thicker. You finally get to where it's just like several feet of white paint. And you have the truck lights on, I'm going to say, because Spring does not have low light vision. So the truck lights are on, illuminating the path ahead. And was Spring about to say something?
I was just looking around.
Okay.
Just seeing what is there.
Yep.
Slowing down if I have to.
Yep. So it's you guys are still not going super fast, and you've been kind of spooked by this paint situation. So you're being observant. In this area, I'm not even gonna make y'all roll. In this area, there is a door that's flush with the cement wall. It's got one of those old timey like keypad doorknob situations, and right in here you can see up above you are vents, like open vents and big fans moving air through the tunnel. So it looks like you're in some kind of maintenance area of this tunnel.
Can we stop? Hey, guys, can we stop? I'm gonna stop. Okay, I'm stopping.
Wait, God bless America.
Yeah, you see the brake lights as Spring's bike rolls to a stop.
Out of the way. I don't want to.
Yeah, you're definitely not on the tracks. Vincent, are you gonna stop the truck?
Gonna
Yeah,
try.
because Vinton can't not with the family
Right.
mind, so yeah,
So-
I'll stop.
So you hear the screeching of the train wheels coming to a stop as the truck slides right past Spring. And it will come to a stop, like just past her. And Galaxy, you're trailing the truck by however many feet feels comfortable for you, and you see Spring has stopped her bike in this little area.
I'd like to check this area out because it seems interesting.
Wait, Spring, wait, hold on.
I look around for hidden entrances while we're waiting.
Okay. Yeah, give me a perception. So perception plus intelligence.
$11.
Okay. So the vents above, you notice that there are handrails up there. So this is like also a catwalk up there, and it looks like some of those vents do open, so that they could like fall down or open, and someone could get up into them from up there, or something along those lines. But there's no other like hidden doors or anything like that immediately around you.
All right, I'm switching into my heavy armor and reloading my submachine gun and pistol and getting out with spring.
Okay. Yeah, you get out of your truck. Does Dexy you getting out?
We're all going. We're all okay. All right.
Yeah, you see as the truck is still slowing down and Vinton has left the truck.
Dexy, my
We're
friend.
on rails.
There's
It
another
hit.
suit
When he
of
went
armor.
he's still like, oh my god.
Grab that other suit jacket back there just in case this thing's loud.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
You grab the heavy armor and get out of the truck. Yeah. Okay. So while you two are walking up to Spring and Galaxy, you have a minute to yourselves here. So what would you like to do? Spring, you've been quiet. So what does Spring do?
Oh, Spring is Galaxy. Are you getting down, or are you staying in the bird's nest?
No, I'm on a bike.
Oh, right, you're on a bike.
Yeah,
Right next to you, and when I'm looking up, I like point to you up to the ceiling to show that there's a way up in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out this keypad. Between Galaxy and I don't think Vinton's gonna like this much. He's probably gonna want to turn and go. So just let him. We'll catch up.
Turn and goat. Did you just say turn and goat?
No, turn and go. What?
Oh, that would have been really funny.
Like the curry that Dexy's having?
Yes.
It was not curry goats.
You hear shouted down the tunnel at you all, because though you're having a rather quiet conversation, it is still a tunnel.
That part was said a little louder anyway between us.
Dexy climbs back into the cab, grabs the thing that I assume there's speakers on the truck somewhere, and
Sure.
It wasn't curry goat.
Bellows down this tunnel.
And now the fact that we aren't the crew has just been revealed. Damn it.
And now the entire valley knows what's going on.
So, you go to the keypad.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the keypad.
Yeah.
How much traps?
Yeah, give me a perception to analyze the door/keypad situation.
I keep an eye out while she does it.
Yes.
Do we get kit bashing on a check? Or
No,
is it just for bashing?
No, that's just for bashing.
Okay. And I should have been paying more attention. What did you ask for me to roll?
I asked for a tech. Sorry,
cool.
not a tech. My apologies. A perception.
Oh, well, that's nowhere near as fun.
No.
It's a 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, so this door looks like an innate door. There's nothing on this side of the door to tell you that it's trapped.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I love your laugh there, Dexy.
I liked the way that was worded.
Can we try the door to see if it opens?
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay. Now I will attempt to unlock the door.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your basic tech plus kit bashing and all that kind of stuff, because you're...
Yay! I get to use my kit bashing.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-woo. 27.
27. Okay. Yeah, so you go through and we'll get out your toolkit and start working on this door. There's lights, come from the truck. You've got your own light, I'm sure. Galaxy is kind of covering, right? Okay. And sure enough, after some effort, you get this. It's an old world lock. I mean, it's pre-Cyberpunk Red days, this lock. So it's tech that you've gone through this kind of stuff before. You get the little plate off and get in there and, hit the jumpers just right so that it goes into default mode, which is, a code that to get the door unlocked. So you do the,
4 ones in a row.
Yeah, whatever that is. And sure enough,
1, 2, 3, 4.
that door is unlocked.
Awesome. Let's
It's a big metal heavy door type situation.
Okay. No way to see in from out.
It's an old maintenance door.
Is it swing in or out?
Oh, it swings out to you.
Out to me. Okay. Well, let's open it.
Cool.
by standing behind it as it
Cool.
opens.
Awesome.
Wait.
And making sure that everyone else is out of the way.
Sure. So you take a second, tell everybody to get out of the way.
I think Vinton just yelled at me.
Oh. Yeah, so Vincent,
Yeah,
you're walking up,
like-
and Spring is telling Galaxy to stand a couple more paces deeper into the tunnel, and making sure that nothing is in the way. And what does Vincent do?
I am all about you. Check this out. Or not. But maybe we should check for booby traps.
I already did.
What?
I already checked for traps. You check
Not
for
that
booby
I-
traps before you try and undo the lock. You don't.
Right.
Oh, were you about to say that? No, I don't. Vinton, we haven't known each
Wait.
other for very long, but you can trust me to look for traps.
I do trust you, but look, Dexy's had a rough time of trapdoors. Maybe let me give one more glance. Let me crack it open just a little bit. Let me crack it open. I'm in the heavy bomb suit type of armor. I can take the hit.
By all
So-
means, if you wanna face open the door, feel free. I'll step back.
Your hand was on the door
Sure.
on the door handle, and you kind of let go and back up.
Just like cool, dude.
Vinton, you step
Alright.
forward, and you have a freshly painted white door in front of you on a white wall in a white tunnel.
Yep.
There's
My
no lights on
body
in here
paint
other than
red.
your truck.
Okay. I want to roll a perception to see if there's any claymores or string or anything like that.
Yeah, just so you got the picture, you're looking at a metal door in a metal door frame with no window or any of that kind of
Okay.
stuff, right? So do your
Right.
perception, but I just want to make it clear on this side of the door, there's not a lot of information for your character to see.
Can I not crack the door open and use my low light to see if I can see any string or anything? Like,
You totally
not
can.
fully open it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to do. I want
Alright.
to crack it. So.
Cool. Yeah, so you go to crack that door, and before the door, you got a 16?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're like pulling that door open, and you hear on the other side of that door like the charging of a gun, like somebody has racked a round into a gun.
Ah, fuck.
It's not all the way open yet, but you know that the moment that door moved even a little bit, somebody on the other side of that door reacted.
Is it? Fuck it. David, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me a lot.
Why would I hate you?
Because I'm about to do full auto with my submachine gun. Point it into the door and let it go.
I'm not going to hate you for that. So you're going to leave the
Okay.
door shut, and you're going to shoot the door with your submachine gun.
No, I'm gonna keep my door cracked open and slip my machine gun in there and basically blind fire.
Oh, that's even better. Okay, I love it. Yeah. So you open the door enough for you to get your gun and hand in there to do like one of these situations where you're just kind of like shooting around in there.
Yeah, I just kind of want to just try to either scare them off or who knows, get a lucky shot on them, get
Cool.
a lucky couple bullets to hit them.
Awesome. So yeah, you open that door just enough, and you go to put your hand in there. Give me a marksman. Let's see what you can shoot on your way in. You'll hear lots of gunfire. By the way.
Dexy, who was on the run where you got the grenade to the chest?
Oh,
You're
you're
muted.
muted.
I thought it was Vinton, but
Was it Vinton?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No.
Right.
So yeah, you open that door, jam your armored arm and hand in there with your submachine gun, start spraying. There's a lot of gunfire happening right now. So Vinton catches at least one round. Okay. The gun is out of your hand. As your hand was going in, a round or something hit like kind of towards the top of your hand and knocked the SMG out of your hand. You did squeeze off some rounds, but just so you know, the gun is on the inside of the door right now.
Oh, awesome.
And your hand and forearm takes 18 points of damage.
Ooh.
So 15 of that gets soaked up. Man, I'm so happy I to Mike.
So yeah, you don't have the gun.
Armor.
It's on the other side. Your hand is bleeding, or your arm is bleeding from whatever struck you. The gunfire. Those of you who have been away from the door and are like more in an observer mode, like Galaxy here hears the fire coming from above.
Galaxy would like to try to climb up there and get in through the hatch.
Yeah, so it's a smooth tunnel. So it would
I've
take
got a
you.
crowbar with a thing.
Yeah, but it's like up high, right?
And I can climb on a bike.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's like train high, so it's like 30 feet up, kind of thing.
I'm gonna eat my magic mushroom.
Right.
It's train ride. Okay.
I mean, this is a tall tunnel,
How far-
right, to fit a train in it. And definitely, I will say, like, there's got to be some stuff coming down these walls, like conduit, that kind of thing. So absolutely, you can give a climb. But I just wanted to like, this is not a trivial thing for you to get to the roof of the tunnel you're in. So give me I guess an athletics check to get you, like, you'll find some conduit. You know, there's some sort of junction box, and you're like grabbing onto the conduit and trying to.
I got 10.
All right. Okay, cool.
Oh, that well, 14. Unless do I have to add Dex to it or just athletics?
Yeah. Athletics plus Dex.
Oh, so that's 11, 13, so 23. Right? Because that's 10, 2,
Yeah,
2.
awesome. Yeah. So yeah, while all this is going on, while Vincent is losing his hand, you're shimmying up this pipe, and it's like an electrical conduit pipe, so it's kind of big, and so you've got like a nice big handhold on either side as you get up, and you're like upside down at these grates, and there's big fans, like as like maybe 3 feet tall fans that are like blowing air past you, whoosh, 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 as you're up there at these grates. Give me a basic tech to open the grate that you're at.
Is that just straight basic tech?
Oh, basic tech plus tech.
13.
13. Okay, cool. So it takes you some effort, but you can get this grate open. At the end of the round, you get it unlatched, so you can get the grate open, but it's not open just yet. Vinton, what do you want to do?
I'm pulling my hand out. I'm very mad.
You shut the door.
I'm shutting my door.
Okay.
I'm shutting the. Actually, Spring's gonna hate this. We're gonna try this again. I want to use my body to strength check it and try to jam the shut.
Oh.
Like how I did back in the firehouse.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to that in a second. Spring, Dexy. Do either of you've seen this kind of play out? You've already got Galaxy has shimmied its way up to the ceiling, and it looks like they're getting into a grate. As Vinton shuts the door, you know, like shaking his hand, and you see blood splattering on the ground. And you know he's hurt. Spring, what do you want to do? And then Dexy.
As soon as shooting was heard, either side, Spring moved away from the door and like around the corner, because safety. Hey, Galaxy, you want to look around or you want to go?
I'm kind of already in here, but I mean, I can take a peek if y'all want to pretend like you're heading off. I don't have to like commit to anything and just peek in there and see what's up.
Okay.
Dexy. What does Dexy want to do? You're muted. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I God, I feel like Dexy should be like, "Oh, that was dangerous. We didn't mean to go there. We're certainly just going to leave now." Like step. Like
Some heavy stomping.
yeah, like heavy stomping that like gets lighter and quieter, but like just standing in the same place.
That is golden. All right, give me a
Oh,
I don't even know what to give you there.
Deception? Sorry, deception.
No, it's got to be like
Performance.
yeah, performance or no, what's the one where you're convincing people of things?
Persuasion.
Yeah, give me a persuade. I mean that's the closest thing I can come to this stellar acting effort that you're putting forth. This
So
Foley artist, sound effect artist thing that you're going for.
This is 17.
17.
Hey.
Okay. It sounds good. Especially to the two of you, Galaxy and Spring. You're listening to all of this stuff going on. It's like that was a convincing Foley effort, like
Sorry, wrong number. Step,
he kicks some of the gravel underneath the train tracks or whatever, like sounds like it's going away. Who knows if it convinced anybody of anything, but okay. So you are all there. Vincent, you're going to try and jam this door, and Galaxy, you're going to try and get into the grate. Okay.
yep.
Vincent, go ahead and roll for me. You're trying to break this door so it's kind of can't be opened again.
Yeah.
So I guess roll body as you try and kick at maybe the lock to get the lock jammed up or something like that.
So would that be
Just
a D10
unlock
plus?
that.
You just
Yeah,
unlocked
roll
it. It's going to destroy it.
That's unfortunate, Spring. That's unfortunate. 19.
19? Dang, dude.
Yep.
All right, cool.
I
Yeah,
got
you
a
rolled a
body of
9 and you
10.
got a body of 10. So, yeah, you give that door lock like a couple of big kicks, and you see like parts of it starting to like misform and get jammed into that space. You feel like that door is going to be pretty tough to open. It might not be impossible, but it's whoever's going to have to open that door is going to have to really work at it. Meanwhile, Galaxy.
I wanna shout. Good luck getting the fuck out of there, fucker.
Awesome. While that's happening, Galaxy, give me a stealth roll as you are making your way into this, opening this grate quietly and making
Is
your
it
way.
possible that I noticed what he's doing down there at all so I can time it?
Totally.
Or-
Oh yeah, because he's got to kick
Alright.
this thing a couple of times. So yeah.
So I'm gonna time this too.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the smoothest operation y'all have had.
That's saying
So-
something, David. That's saying something.
Stealth plus what? Dex?
Stealth plus Dex, yeah.
22.
22. Oh, and you're trying to be sneaky, so add your reconnaissance.
27.
Oh, wow.
Nice. All right, cool. So it's like a ghost literally is walking into this space. Yeah, so you very quietly open the grate. You time the squeaky motions with the big kicks on the door. And then with his last kick at the door, Galaxy is up in the vents, the big grates for the space. And up in here, there's a lot of air moving around. And what's going on is this is the funnel for new fresh air from the outside to get into the tunnel works that these fans are now moving into the tunnels. So you've got just this torrent of wind going by you, blowing your hair all over. Anything that's not like strapped down to you is like starting to flap, trying to get away from you. But you grab it and hold it close so that it's nice and quiet. Here is.
I've been on top of a train going really fast. I know this.
Yeah, you know the score here. There is a door that leads presumably away from these catwalks that you're on now, but the catwalks are going deeper into the tunnel both directions. All the lights are off. The only reason why you can see anything is because of the light coming in from Vincent's truck, and you've got a door that this catwalk tees off of leading into something.
Do I still have those night sight binoculars on me? Since
Sure.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So can I use that to look around real quick? If
Yeah,
there's anything
definitely.
more.
Definitely, yeah. You look around the tunnels up here, and what you see is like more conduit and that kind of thing. You see boots, like combat boots, just sitting there, and little like safety equipment, like a harness with the carabiner that hooks onto, whatever the pole is out here, so you could like hook yourself into the catwalk and then walk along the catwalk.
And so there's one door.
There's one
Or
door, and then a path. This catwalk goes either direction, and as far as your goggles can see, there's no real other details up here.
and if I look down, I don't see like the people shooting at the door.
No, if you look down from your grate where you're at, you're still above the main train tunnel. And
Mhm.
there's a door that leads kind of in the same direction as
Ah.
where Vinton is. Yeah. So you're above
Okay.
Vinton, and you can see your crew very well.
Very well.
Yeah, but you can't see into this other space at all.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the door and listen.
Cool. Yeah, you go there. Give me a. Well, you're gonna have a high perception, so I'm not gonna make you roll because you're gonna use your reconnaissance and all that kind of stuff. You can hear on the other side of this door people having a hushed conversation about the next time that door opens, drop this down there. I can't hear
Just
you.
talk.
So I assume that they're talking about the door down below opening. They're gonna come out from above and drop something.
Sounds like they've got something that they're ready to drop down on that door if it opens again. And by the volume of their voices, they're pretty close to the door that you're on.
Okay. And there was is the equipment nearby that you talked about, the carbiner and stuff?
Yeah. It's probably like, I don't know, 10 feet away from you.
I'm gonna quietly grab it and then drop it in front of the door, just out of the way so they don't see it, but so they trip and fall if they try to drop something from up there. And then I'm gonna set up and aim. So if my action I want it to be is if they open up that door, I do something.
Oh, right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you put that stuff kind of in front of the door, so if they open it, that would foul them up a little bit. And you aim at the door, kind of where they would be if they came into the space with you.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's all free. You get all that done. And right around the time you're done with that, Vinton has finished destroying this lock, so that hopefully the door down below can't open again.
So, I would like to, because I forgot that we had some last meeting.
Is your headset on
would
top
like
of
to-
your head?
It's kind of hard to hear you, Vinton.
Can you hear me? Is
Yes.
that better?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I would like to go back to my truck, go pull out a small little bag that has a pipe bomb.
What are we gonna do with that?
Cool. You
We're
go
going
get your
to
pipe
set
bomb.
ourselves a trap. I would
You
like
just-
to.
But no,
Some.
no,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Tunnel. It's a
Yep.
tunnel. Bad call for
Yeah,
a tunnel.
that's unfortunate. I'm that mad. I'm setting
You
up
just-
a booby trap.
You
All right.
just
Don't get
you
out.
just jammed the door shut. You just jammed the door shut. I know you're gonna go get. I don't understand your logic.
So Spring, you're talking to Vinton. Vinton has come back. He's
Mhm.
pulled out the pipe bomb. Where,
Mhm.
Vinton, where are you putting this trap? Are you putting it like at the door? Where are you putting it?
I would like to make it like an IED, so pressure plate, some kind to trigger it.
Okay. Yeah. So Spring, you
Just a
see
little bit of.
you see Vinton. He's got this piece of wood that he's brought with it, and all this stuff, and he's like putting together, very obviously, a pressure plate trap. Vinton,
are
give
you
me your
doing?
basic tech.
Present friend.
And while all this is happening, Galaxy, you have a minute. Because him walking to his truck and getting this thing and coming back, that all gives you time. What does Galaxy want to be doing this time?
Has Galaxy figured out that they could use the communication link, cyber ear link thing to like not to talk without talking with their mouth yet, or do they still think they have to do both?
Oh, Do you have a cyber ear on you?
Yeah.
Then you know you can speak without speaking. You know that you can radio to your compatriots without having to vocalize anything.
Yeah, they didn't know that last when they did the train raid.
Whoops. Okay, you know that now.
All right, so I'm gonna say that there's a door up here, and that next time the door downstairs gets open, they're planning on dropping something from up here, and they've got it covered for now. And what's the plan?
So I respond to everyone saying, I don't know. Vinton's going to get a bomb for some reason, and we're doing something. What are we doing, Vinton?
I think
With
Dexy's
that
going to be
kind of
very, very
roll,
stressed out over the mention of like, yes, we're going to play with bombs now. Like, no, we should not play with bombs. We do not want to play with bombs
As
now.
soon as the
So,
pipe bomb
I
comes
just-
out, Dexy's like, you know what? I'm gonna warm up that curry. I'm gonna eat my curry.
Yeah.
so I see
Keys are
my
still in the
roll.
ignition in the truck, right? 'Cause I think I can
Yeah,
get it to
they
move.
are actually,
You're like-
Dexy. You could just start driving away with the truck.
You could
Hey,
just drive
Dexy, do
away.
you know how to? Does Dexy know how to drive a stick?
Dexy is one of the few people in the tribe who actually has multiple points in driving to begin with. Yes.
Dang it! I thought you were one that didn't know how to drive. All right.
Oh,
Anyway,
no.
with a roll like that, I think halfway through I would realize like work. Like I don't know. I'm mad. I got a hole in.
No,
my
dude,
hand
you
because
you set up your pressure plate bomb. Spring, it's not done right,
How?
but you set it up. You've got it all good to go. Like Vinton feels good about his pressure plate bomb.
Okay. All right.
Now your truck starts to like rev up a little bit, right, Dexy? I'm just making sure.
Dexy.
Dexy, the truck is
I'm muted, but you can still tell the noises I was making with my
Yes.
mouth. Right? Yeah.
Yep, we could.
Yeah. as just as you're getting your bomb set, just so you hear the truck starting to like come to life again. Because I don't even know if you ever actually turned it off really after you started moving again. But either way, Dexy is obviously in your truck making things happen with your truck right now.
Dexy,
Spring just
goddammit,
looks
I
at
will
Fenton.
blow you off the cliff. You know what? You do it better then. I gotta go make sure that goat boy over there doesn't take my damn truck.
Spring just nods.
So Vincent goes storming
Spring?
off.
What are we
I've
doing?
Yes. So Galaxy and Spring, the two of you have in your possession a door that is unopened that leads apparently directly to the bad guys, and then another door that is jammed up and a pipe bomb with a pressure plate over it. And by pressure plate, I mean a piece of wood that's been positioned such though that if somebody steps on the wood, it should press a button on the bomb to make it go off. Right? I mean, it's not like super high end action right here, but it conceivably would have worked.
Can I disarm it?
Yes. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll your. I mean, you got to roll for it. Give me your basic tech. Give
Okay,
me-
bashing?
Yeah, kit bashing plus
Plus
basic
hit?
tech.
Okay.
Yeah. To not lose your fingers.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
So pissed.
Good, you can join the club with a hole in my hand.
25.
25.
Oh, look at
Okay,
you
good.
go.
So yeah, you get in there, and what would have fouled someone else up is if they were going to disarm this as if it were set like perfectly correct, they would have actually accidentally set it off. But you look at the way the bomb is
I
oriented
watched him set
and
it
where
up.
the button actually is. Like, oh, actually, what I need to do is roll all this a quarter turn, then pick it up, and then I'm safe. So
Mhm.
yeah, you disarm the bomb and get it so that you can walk away with all your digits.
Okay.
Galaxy, you're
Oh.
up here. What do you
Oh,
want to
I
be
was
doing?
gonna
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to Galaxy.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, Galaxy. Vinton stormed off. I think Dexy started the truck. I
Yeah,
think we
y'all
should
can
just
hear
go.
it. It's loud.
I think we should just go. Are you cool with that? Do you want me to come up? I don't know what's going on anymore. I think we should just go.
Is it always like this?
This is really the second time I've been out with Vinton,
Yes.
so yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, how about you clear the
Oh.
area first? Because if anything happens, they're going to come out here and drop a
Yeah.
bomb on us from above, and only one of us should get hurt. So Tell me when
I
you're
like that
clear,
plan.
and then I'll
Okay.
come down.
Sounds good.
Wait, is this over comms?
Yup.
Over comms between me and Galaxy, yes.
Oh, yeah. Private communications. You didn't hear nothing. What did Vincent do when Vincent got back to his truck?
Dexy, I would ask you kindly, sir, to remove yourself from my driver's.
I was just making sure we were ready to get the hell away from anything that could blow up. Like,
I'm sure you was. Get the fuck out of my driver's seat.
we're getting away from the thing that's going to blow up, right? That's the
I'm
plan
sure
now.
Spring. I'm pretty sure Spring did. I'm pretty sure. And then she Dexy, she's mad at me. She's mad at me. Why is she mad at me? Look at my hand.
I don't know.
Look at my
I don't
hand.
know. But I saw the pipe bomb, and I know that's why I'm mad at you.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. And I'm actually going to rev it. It's just start picking up speed. Like, I'm not waiting anymore.
Cool.
This tunnel's stupid.
Yeah. So y'all hear like the sparks fly as the wheels are spinning a little bit, and then they start to catch a little bit, and the truck's starting to go, and it's loud because the truck's angry and Vincent's angry. And you can just feel the emotion radiating off the truck. As Spring, you gingerly put that pipe bomb in the bike, like little compartment for the bike or wherever you store the bomb.
Yeah. Like I take the two parts of it apart so that the explodey thing won't explode.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Ta and I made this bomb, so
right. You know how to put it back together. So yeah, you make it safe and then put it in the seat of your bike, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm not going to go very far, but I will use the sound of the motor starting up and all that to get my bike moving. And then I'll let Galaxy know when I'm away.
Galaxy, do you want to do anything else here besides leave?
I could cross the train tracks to the other side, and was there a door over there?
No, there's just the one door.
Okay, is it just lead to like a dead end like wall thing over there then?
Yeah, on the other side of the train tracks is really just more wall. Think of it like this is a maintenance area, and there's probably some sort of like tunnel network that gets you to the surface kind of thing, and some place where it gathers all the air that it's now forcing down into these tunnels here. But there's really not a lot of other structure to this part.
A place to go down that isn't where the bomb's going to fall on top of me if they open the door and drop something from above?
Oh, I see your concern. Sure. I'll say that on the other, there's conduit you could climb going the other way that leads to like another junction box on the other side. So you're going to have to do the climb thing again, but you won't be close to the door where presumably they were going to drop some kind of explosive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like while I'm waiting for her to do her thing, I'm slowly backing up quietly, keeping my gun aimed at the door.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and give me your athletics. So climb down and get away without falling 40 feet. Oh no.
You did. Oh,
Oh
please.
no.
No, Sai,
Oh,
no.
please.
What'd you do?
No.
Sai? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
You get to roll again. You get to roll again.
You do. Yeah, please roll
I
again.
rolled a 5 the second time. I don't know what this means.
Okay, so this means you take what your score would have been, athletics plus dex, and subtract 4 from it. And
So
that
it's
is your
5 total.
okay. Okay. So you
I'm
are
not that far away.
No, yeah, and you kind of look back at Galaxy as you see her fall.
It.
God damn, I'm so sorry. You see it fall.
Mm.
You
Damn
so
it, I tripped walking backwards over that thing.
So Galaxy, you had your gun trained on that door, and you had your foot planted on a thing, and you were reaching with your other hand, and you got a hold of something, and the moment you put like real weight on it, it slipped right out of your hand, and you just fell. Now it's 40 feet. Go ahead.
Can I gun it and try and catch it?
You can gun your bike, but you're not going to beat gravity.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, okay. I will gun it to go back though, so that I
Yes.
can cover it.
Yes. Yeah, so you race as fast as you can back to Galaxy.
Mhm.
And Galaxy is going to take 11 points of damage.
Does my armor soak any of that?
Your armor does soak it. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, it falls and lands hard, but doesn't like gets right back up. It's one of those like you land, you rolled, you really hurt something in your back, and you pop up like that panic, like adrenaline dump. You're up in a fighting stance, like nobody saw. Yeah.
Oh my gun! I didn't let go of my gun the
No.
entire time. I had it aimed at the door.
Yeah.
I went,
Yeah, exactly. So you know it's still alive. But obviously Galaxy has really hurt themselves.
Can you move? Yeah. Okay. Get on your bike. Come on.
Okay. It's like,
You
so they're going,
okay back there? Do I-
Can you ride the bike, or do you need to ride in the truck? Because I can take your bike for you.
you're already in the truck. Your guys
Yeah,
are
it's
good
not
far
moving
away.
that far.
You could probably still get out of the truck safely without.
I used my adrenaline to just hop on that bike and just sit there going.
Yeah.
Let's get you up. Let's get up to the truck. Come on.
Yeah.
Vinton, slow it down.
I grab another gear.
Okay. Oh. Vince, spin up.
Y'all
I'm
After
can
that
catch up.
cool badass headshot that Galaxy did for you.
Gonna
Double headshot.
ditch it behind, are you? Galaxy, you can ride your bike, right? You're not trying to do anything like combat oriented here. You're fine to ride your bike. Spring is right there with you. I imagine Spring's not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Spring
Is the hand on the stick shift the hand that got shot?
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it
it is.
hurts even
Yeah,
more.
actually,
Yeah,
would
it
be-
is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would be
So when
my
I
right hand.
grab it, when I grab it to say, they're family, right?
Ooh, it
Stop.
hurts. Ooh, it
Dexy.
hurts.
Like
What-
I don't
what do I
intend
do?
to make it hurt that bad, but like that was the hand I could grab.
It will take Ben
Fine.
everything in his power not to deck Dex because he's put him in so many bad spots. And
Dexy
because
went-
he said that,
That's pretty much everybody Dexy
I
knows.
know. I have put Dexy in some bad spots. And be like, you know what? Right?
Like-
Blue would be mad.
Like
So I slow
yeah,
down.
Dexy will realize he grabbed the hand and like release it. But it's like family, man, family. Like
And he would slow down.
Okay.
He would do that. He would.
And
But he
I'd-
will be like the first crossing, like road crossing, he's getting off of the track. He's done with the tracks.
I'd radio up to Vinton or to Dexy and Vinton and be like, Galaxy fell. We need to get it
Gosh.
into the truck.
Oh shit!
I'm
All right.
fine.
No,
We're gonna
no,
get you in the truck.
both of us need to be looked at real quick because I'm pretty sure my hand's bad. So let's get checked out. You know how to do first aid, right? Spring.
Yep.
Cool, because I'd rather not fire my gun off and stick the barrel in it. That would hurt.
Yeah. I'm when we get stopped or slowed down, I'm definitely checking on Galaxy first.
Sure. You all clear deeper into the tunnel. Do you all want to be out of the tunnel when you do this medical check, or do you just want to be further away from this spot?
Further
I would
away, I
like
just
to
want to
be-
get it out of the way.
Okay.
I just want to get it out of the way, and
Yep.
then we don't have to worry about it.
Yep. Yeah. So y'all move away from this whole problem area, and you go to check on Galaxy. Galaxy is hurt, right? You've taken a bit of damage. Are you at half hit points?
I'm like 6 above half.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, you've probably got sprained ankle or even like worse. So
If it's me in real life, every single rib is now dislocated.
right.
Mhm.
Right. So Spring, you take some time to wrap ankles and knees and elbows and all the things that are hurting, just so that they heal properly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we get it into the truck.
And Dexy is going to ride the bike. Yeah.
Or we can put it on the truck, whichever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll check out
Well,
Vinton.
I've got no first aid, so I'm no help on that front.
Right.
I can drive. So.
Yeah. So you'll ride the bike and you go check out Vinton's hand. Vinton's hand is like it got shot. It was bloodied. It was protected by all of the armor that he was wearing, but there's still a wound there. It stopped bleeding by now of its own like cauterization, but you need to clean it and all that kind of stuff to fight off infection. So you take some time to go through that exercise and wrap the hand in bandages, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah,
I remember earlier when you asked about bringing a med kit.
Yes. Yeah. So Vincent, your shooting hand is a little stiff, and it's hard to do everything with it because of the way the wrapping is holding your thumb in place, and all that kind of stuff. But you're not bleeding anymore, and looks like a clean wound now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why did you
Why did I what?
want to open?
Oh, because it looked cool.
Seriously?
Yes.
I love it.
I mean, the good news is that if we're coming down here, we know as those white bars get wider that we need to be aware of that area because they might drop bombs from above.
What we need to do is as soon as we get to Sacramento, I need to call Benny, and we need to send a cleaning squad up to this tunnel and kill everything that's in here.
That's a little
That's
much,
what we
don't you
need.
think?
No, it's not.
Aren't we the cleaning crew?
We got enough people that we can figure it out. I'm sure I can talk to Hitchens and some other people. But this is going to be a tunnel that's going to be purged.
I think you should get back in the truck and drive.
I think he should not open up doors anymore. We all
I
can't get
didn't
what we
open up that.
want.
I didn't open up that door. You did.
You picked the lock. And if it wasn't for me, Spring, you would be plastered all over this tunnel.
You're the one that opened the door.
God damn it.
And I'll
How
turn
old is-
and go get on my
how-
bike.
How old is Spring? How old is Spring?
Like 19?
Yeah.
19, 20?
Great. I think Ben would be like, great. Instead of a really concerning kid of the family, I got a wild child. Awesome. Cool. He gets back in his truck.
So in the truck, it is Vinton and Galaxy. And on bikes are Dexy and Spring.
Yep.
Doing all right, Galaxy? You look a little banged up. Galaxy. Galaxy.
What?
You okay?
Sure.
You want to go
Don't
lay
fall.
down?
It fucking hurts.
Why don't you go lay down in the back on the bed's actually quite comfy back there.
Yeah, no, I don't know you well enough for that, but thanks.
Yeah, cool. I take off.
Cool. Y'all eventually make it out of the tunnel and find a road crossing.
Can I make a
Go ahead.
make a comment on comms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a backpack underneath the passenger seat that may or may not have a couple paint patches. Just
Aw, Dexy.
like,
There's-
Dexy's still been like taking adhesive off his skin.
Yeah, sure. From all the paint patches you had to wear when you
Still,
got blown
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does Galaxy make use of the paint patch?
No.
Cool. I like knowing that about a character. Cool. Y'all make it out of the tunnel and find a road crossing, and go through the exercise of raising up the train wheels and lowering the semi back onto the earth, onto the road, and you're back on open road. You find your way to Highway 5. It's not too far away, and make it into San Jose.
We only made it to San Jose.
Sweet. Baby Jesus.
Holy shit.
That's hilarious, David.
So yeah, you make it.
Now that we're back out in the daylight, are the bikes marked at all? Like, do they have like
Yeah, we need to check that.
signs and tags on them and stuff like that?
Yeah. They are. You can. All the bikes have graffiti on them. There's labeling like who owns the bike, who rides the bike, for two different people. And for the gang itself, for the Scaven. All of your bikes are owned by somebody named Bix, BIX.
Someone writing that down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's take just some random shit that I have in my pockets. Like old paint patches, stuff that has like sticky stuff on it. Like stickers, maybe some stars I got from somewhere.
Sure.
And just start slapping them on the bikes
Awesome.
to like obscure stuff.
Vinton, do you have a roll of duct tape anywhere in the truck? Like,
Oh, I have duct tape.
Awesome.
We
Yeah.
just use duct tape.
You all take a minute to mask all of the graffiti and labeling on these bikes, and you hide all that under a copious amount of duct tape. And you really don't need that much. You're just trying to break up the graffiti, the labels, right? It's fine that people know that they're painted up, but you just don't want them to get to read what the bikes say.
I mean, I could probably do y'all one better. The box, the passage is probably.
You're quiet again, Vincent. It's hard for me to hear you.
Sorry, I was gonna say I could probably do you guys one better. Other than that duct tape, underneath there's a secondary box on my passenger side. Probably has what they call a smoke tarp, really small tarp. We could just cover the bikes.
Well, they're
We're
riding
just trying
them.
to cover the paint. Yeah, so we're just trying to cover
The
the
ones
paint.
on the truck. The ones that are stored on the truck.
Yeah. You've got one on the truck, so you cover that one in a tarp, and then the two bikes that y'all are still riding, those get duct taped up.
Yep.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
So, how are y'all on time? I would love it if y'all could get to Sacramento and we spend an hour at Sacramento, but that does get us a little late. And tomorrow's a work day for a bunch of people, so
I'm need to check in with my husband, and then I can give you a yay or nay.
okay, it's totally fine.
I don't know what everyone else needs to do.
I
think,
need to go soon.
Okay, well then let's skip it. I'm going to say that your characters are still going to make it to Sacramento, and what I'll do is after this game, throw up the Sacramento area map and mark a handful of things. You have with you like a fixer, a recon, a driver, a tech. Y'all are going to find a fair number of things, but unfortunately we just don't have time to roleplay that part out.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
If we could just have like new jobs based on
yep, exactly.
that kind of stuff.
Yep, exactly. So I'll toss up that map. I'll make it available on Legend Keeper, and then let y'all know about it, and then sprinkle in some jobs around the Sacramento area.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Sorry that we took all of our time in a tunnel.
In one tunnel. Yeah, I knew there would be a gang living in there looking to like rob stuff off of trains, right? Because they don't really want to take the train. That's not their gig. But like getting onto a train and throwing stuff off the train, that's definitely their gig, right?
Yeah.
And they would have like some kind of home. So they made the door, and it's like, oh, now we're gonna jerk around with the door for an hour, like you do. All right.
Sometimes you make bad decisions. It's
No.
okay.
I mean, this is. I mean, the world has to have these things, right? And we have to decide what we want to mess with. So I mean, that it all made perfect sense. And definitely, we could have done more with that crew. Absolutely, and I wouldn't have thought this was a wasted effort at all. Just in my GM brain, I forgot. Oh yeah, when you put a door, people talk about the door and they want to like work on the door, and I completely forget these things as the GM's.
You gave us 2 doors.
I did.
Yeah.
That was dumb on my part.
And glass things that
You
we
could
needed
have
to
just
try
been
and
like,
get in.
I
There's so
know.
much.
just venting up there. You can't.
I know. All these details, and just be less. There's less of everything now. There's formless buildings. They don't have doors or windows.
Schrodinger's building.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody on stream, thanks a ton for hanging out. This has been awesome. And Liz Mac, thanks a lot for the raid. That was really cool of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We are going to call it here, do a little bit of off-screen wrap-up with the crew. Everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with us in the tunnels with Scavin. It's so much fun. Tell you what, we have a bunch of people. Let's raid somebody, right? Like,
Yeah.
let's be cool about it. So let me look on Twitch for someone to raid. I'm open to suggestions as well if anybody has a suggestion.
I got Scabby Rooster and Cave Geek Art on my list.
You know what? It's been a little bit since we've gone to Cave Geek Art.
We did
It was like over a month ago we went to Cave.
Oh, okay.
What are they doing?
It says art.
Oh, well, heck.
Roll
If they're
20
doing,
assets.
yeah, if they're making art, heck yeah, let's do it. All right, so folks, we are going to raid the lovely and talented Cave Geek Art. They are making art right now for role-playing games. Super fun little thing. We've raided them before. They're great. So check in for the raid. And everybody, thanks a ton for tuning in. This has been so much fun. So, as always, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
All right, we're out.
Ah!